They are the area's trusted source for all plumbing jobs, big and small. Call 927-6520. That's 927-6520.
Lewis Mechanical, keeping plumbing humming.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me talk about that patented non-toxic dry fog treatment to sanitize, kill mold, remove odor, and other harmful pathogens. Well, they've merged to create Parish Restoration. Learn more at parishbuilt.com. That's parishbuilt.com and hit the Restoration tab. Parish Restoration has knocked out mold in buildings as small as your home up to one of the largest commercial buildings in the entire state of Louisiana. Servicing all of Louisiana, visit parishbuilt.com. That's parishbuilt.com.
Janny King, the king of clean, delivers reliable, high-quality commercial cleaning services through a proven franchise model that empowers local business owners. Janny King's franchise owners receive the training, support, and resources needed to succeed, while clients benefit from tailored cleaning solutions backed by a global brand. Janny King ensures consistent results, trust, and success for everyone we serve. Go to JannyKingCleans.com and find out how we can help you. That's JannyKingCleans.com.
Janny King, the king of clean.
Guarantee Media is hiring. Come join the company that's been named as one of the best places to work in Baton Rouge. Local and committed to your career growth. Visit GuaranteeMedia.com, an equal opportunity employer. GuaranteeMedia.com.
Insurance companies have teams of professionals to fight your claim. If you want to know what your case is really worth, I'm Spencer Callahan. I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7970.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Tuesday, February 25th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 68 in hour one of today's show. We'll talk about the next superstar of college football, and we'll recap LSU versus Nicholls on the diamond. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah.
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome in. OTB, Thursday, February 22nd, 2025.
I wish it was Thursday.
What'd I say? Thursday? What is it? Tuesday?
Yeah.
I'd gladly pay you Tuesday for a Thursday today. It took way too long to come out. Hey, look, it's Tuesday. Whatever. And we got a great show planned for you today. As always, we talk to Coach Kim Mulkey. We got our guy, Nick Underhill, on, bringing you the Saints coverage. We got a lot to get to of both the local and national varietals, a lot of different stories. LSU baseball back in action last night. I'm T-Bob. He is Jake. We got Taylor Sharp and Jordan Kitchens here today. Jordan, how was meeting The Rock with Dev? I want your side of the perspective. We got Dev's story yesterday. If you missed it, Dev Snow meeting The Rock in person.
Yes.
Getting to have a lot of one-on-one interaction, a really great moment of the weekend. But Jordan, who lives in New Orleans and commutes over here and does some work with Dev as well, producing, you were there.
Yeah.
So how was it?
It was really surreal because if you would have told me a million times that that's how my Friday was going to turn out, I would have said you're lying because there was just no way.
It seems like that's the common refrain, as if you missed the setup for the story, apparently everybody's just kind of chilling. It's Friday night, getting ready for bed.
About to bust the pails, actually.
Yeah.
Your night improved greatly.
You're a good man. You're a good man.
Yeah.
But yeah, then an email was blasted out of nowhere saying, hey, The Rock's holding a press conference. So whoever could get there was given some pretty intimate access to one of the most famous people on the entire planet. So you were going to watch the Pelicans, and then all of a sudden you find yourself in the Smoothie King Center not watching the Pelicans, but watching Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah, and I wasn't never a big wrestling guy growing up, so that was my first time ever seeing like wrestling live and, being in that environment. I was like, oh, no, it's pretty lit. But, it was I really enjoyed seeing the kids. So we had this kid next to me. He's like, don't get him, Cody. He was just like super Cody Rhodes guy.
Okay, wait, so I didn't even realize this because that's out of touch I am with wrestling. SmackDown was here or something?
Yeah, SmackDown. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
SmackDown, yeah. So basically, it was just to announce that, WrestleMania was coming up to 2026. I didn't know WrestleMania was like the wrestling Super Bowl.
You didn't even know that?
No, I didn't know. No.
Oh, wow. So you were really walking blind into this Rock interaction.
Yeah, and in my mind.
How have you been this much of a sports fan and this much online, and you never knew that WrestleMania was like the Super Bowl or the Daytona 500 or anything like that?
It's just wasn't my thing. It was never my thing growing up.
You never went through a wrestling phase?
I ain't gonna say I didn't go through a wrestling phase. Like my dad tried to put me on the old school guys like the Junkyard Dog and Jake the Snake and guys like that. So the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
So like I had that little phase of trying to get into it, but at the time, it was like, oh, wrestling is fake and all this. So I was like, I was growing up around that time where it was like, oh, wrestling's fake and blah blah blah. Like the John Cena era. It kind of fell off and came back on and all that. So I was a fish out of water. But we walk in there. Took us forever to even get in because they sent us on a wildest goose chase. They're like, oh, you got to go here. You got to talk to this person. You got to do this and that. We finally get in. And, dog, I swear to God, I told this to Taylor yesterday. The Rock's chain had to be worth $1 million. Like, you can see his chain glistening in the stands while he's in the ring.
Is it better than Jalen Hurts' chain?
It was up there.
No, but you know the Jalen Hurts chain that I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah, and I'm chronicling online. Yes.
Okay,
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes. Justin Jefferson, yes. His money's up there with the athlete's money, so the Rock chain was looking.
Probably bigger than the athlete's money.
You needed shades to look at the Rock's chain. That's how crazy it was. But so we finally, the lady come gets us. She's like, okay, we're gonna bring you guys down. It's time for the press conference. We're walking. That's the first shot of the video that Dev posted where he's like, we're on the floor, right?
Yeah.
We're walking. I'm recording all that. Dude, we get to the back where the wrestlers are coming out, whatever. Security grips the soul out of my shoulder. Boom, taps me. He's like, hey, my man, I'm gonna need you to delete that right now. He just saw me record. I'm just like, I got you, boss. No problems. I deleted that thing so fast. We go in there.
Well, you know what's funny, though?
Yes.
You delete it, but I guarantee they didn't make you go into recently deleted,
exactly.
right?
Oh, that's why I just said, yeah, you got it, boss. I'll delete it right now.
Yeah, they have no idea. That's not actually deleted. You can recover that in a second.
Easily, but you got to play it off like, oh, I'll delete it. You got it, boss. Yeah, whatever. I delete it. I go in there, Dev. I'm like, yo, Dev, security just held me up over there. The video's deleted. You need to go grab that because the footage is elite. So don't act, don't be surprised. But dude just handed me up at the door. Was like, delete that right now. Like, you're not coming in here without deleting this. So we get in there. It's open seats. We're like a fish out of water. We just scanning it. We scanning it. We see some big wigs in there. I'm like, damn. I got.
Who do you consider the big wigs in the local media world?
Just people I see on the news. I can't tell you their names, but like the people that I'm seeing on TV, I consider those guys like big wigs.
Yeah, I know. I give a shit. A bunch of the local news.
Yeah, the locals guys are in there, but they got suits on and all that. We in there.
Is Sharif in there?
No.
Maybe Fletcher Mackel.
It was like this
Sean
black guy.
In there.
Fletcher's the first one I thought of. Like when he's talking about, people he recognizes.
Maybe he might have been in there.
This black guy is the best that you've gone for your local New Orleans
it was just this
TV bigwigs?
It was just black guy with a... Yeah, he was cool though.
Not LBJ. That's the coolest man in New Orleans. Anyway, go on.
Yeah. So we get in there. Open seats. Dev's like, yo, we grabbing up in the front. Like,
Smart.
He's like, yeah, we're not... Exactly. And it really showed me the whole night how people be like, if you just act like you belong and just keep it cool, you can do whatever you want. We were just walking anywhere in there.
So where does this rank among your favorite professional experiences that you've ever had in this business?
It's definitely top 3. Eating crawfish with Leonard Fournette on the block was definitely up there.
Like, and that was from Super Bowl week?
Yeah, that was another Friday that was pretty wild. It's definitely top 3 because of The Rock, for sure. And he was so intimate with us.
So I was once again doing my daily eavesdropping from the bathroom, Jake.
Oh, God.
And Jordan was flabbergasted that The Rock would just drink tequila straight. Could not wrap his head around.
No. I could wrap my head around.
This is the man that when I went on Hold the Mayo's podcast, this is the man who thought he could outdrink me. And he couldn't even fathom The Rock drinking tequila straight. Son, I drink a double mezcal every quarter before whiskey and wine. Okay, Jordan?
I got
Have you ever try stepping to me again, you're going to end up in the bathroom, head in toilet.
We got to run that
swirly.
back. We got to run that back.
No, we don't.
You caught me on a bad day.
No.
That was a bad day.
Jordan, I don't know your ability.
I was sick that day.
But if there's one thing that I'm always going to go with T-Bob, it's being able to put him down.
The only person that I'm intimidated by drinking-wise is that dude Ronnie Deutsch, who can chug a beer in like half a second. I've never seen anything like it. He's all over the internet now.
Bakhtiari would be a good challenge for you.
Bakhtiari, sure, because we're amateurs. This Deutsch guy, nobody's beating this Deutsch guy. We're like high rank amateurs.
Yeah.
I could do like a beer drinking pro-am. Like a beer chugging pro-am, but I'm not. No, you would not.
You would not.
You drank like 4 or 5 beers and were like, whoa, dude.
I had a cold, bro. I was sick. I had a sinus infection.
Exactly.
T-Bob drinks 4 or 5 beers on a Friday.
That's a warm up, son.
Before he goes, and hangs out.
It's a light jog in the park. It's not even a jog. It's a fast walk while listening to a podcast.
Hey, Beta beers are pretty strong though. Like they're stronger than regular beers.
Okay.
I'm gonna put that out there. Put that out there.
I'm very happy for you.
Anytime anybody brings up the alcohol content.
Yeah, exactly. They done told on themselves. Yeah. Guys, before we get out of this first segment, I would also like to offer a big rest in peace to Hooters. Hooters, obviously.
Hooters gone?
I don't know about individual store closings, but the National Hooters Company is declaring bankruptcy.
Oh, man.
The sad sign of the time.
That used to be.
I know. I mean they were also proud OTB sponsors
that's what I was
for
saying,
a while.
when I first got here, I wasn't on this show, but I remember you being greatly connected to Hooters.
We used to have my girl Asia in here every Friday. We would do picks on Facebook. I actually ended up losing the pick competition to her. And
that part's not surprising.
When I was very big, I had to put on a full Hooters costume.
Yeah, I remember.
Here in studio.
Yeah.
We need to find that picture, actually, to pay correct homage.
Oh, Taylor's got it in his
to
favorites
Hooters.
file.
T-Bot probably does. For sure, somewhere, my robot son from Twitter. But yeah, man, Hooters, just a genius concept. What if you could eat a little, eat some good kind of bar food, some tasty wings, just some grub, while just getting a little horny. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. Just a little cleavage, maybe a little cheek, something like that. Some hose, pantyhose. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. And just combine it with food. And look, I got to be honest. It worked for a long, long time. It really did. I think I take it in my old age, Jake.
Yeah.
I take it as a sign of our degeneration as a society, right? Because no longer does a little cleave and hose do it. Now, in OnlyFans, everything, it's like it's more. Used to be a big deal to go to Hooters. Used to be a kid, go to Hooters. I'd be thinking about that for 6 months.
It was a reward.
Maybe a year.
Yeah.
Never forget. Butterflies in the tummy.
Yeah.
Now it doesn't even compare to the average person's like Instagram feed, We have gone degenerate as a society in a country.
Yeah.
And all of you sick people out there, you unfortunately, as a byproduct, killed Hooters. I hope you're happy.
They tried to have an airline as well, like about 20 years ago.
Again, if you're like, well, the food and the cleavage works, I mean, airline and cleavage, you're thinking like, okay, how can we lose? But,
Wings for first class, wings in first class.
Wings on wings, earn your wings. Here's your pilot badge.
I mean, the real question, what happens with Twin Peaks? Do they run them out of business, or does Twin Peaks dominate the market?
I don't know. It's tough to. I would not feel great about the health of TP either right now. Potentially.
I don't think I've been to a Hooters since probably 2001 or 2.
Lord.
We were going. We left Shreveport. We're hanging out with some of our friends that played at West Monroe, and there was one as soon as you got into West Monroe.
That's funny.
And we all kind of were hanging out there, and then that probably 02, 03.
I think I did Hooters remotes for about 4 years. So I can tell you about the demographics, the the denim Hooters popping off. absolutely
Oh,
packed
Tay knows
to
that.
the gills.
I went to the Denim Suitor in late December.
There you go. There you go. One
yeah.
of the best. I think they even had like 2 calendar girls maybe last
Dude,
time.
there's
I
a
was there.
wait on Saturdays at the Denim Suitor.
Yeah,
Are you
Denim
serious?
Suitor's popping off.
I
Yeah.
ain't kidding.
Like, you got to go put your name down at Hooters in Denham Springs.
You put your name down at Hooters, you walk across the street, kill time at Bass Pro, and then when they call you, you sprint
See,
across that
that's
parking
America.
lot.
That's what America was supposed to be.
Hell yeah, that's
before OnlyFans.
Because see, we beat the crowd and we got there. We got there like noon. You get there about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You're too late, guys.
Smart.
What?
So Hooters Denim popping off. Siegen Hooters, unfortunately, I just watched slowly but surely bleed out. It was like watching somebody get old and move into hospice care. It's been done. It's been done for a minute.
Oh. Rip.
I will say the in between, but Old Faithful, old sturdy out there amongst the storm. That and I hope I'm not wrong here because I haven't been there in a minute, but that Hooters right there off of College, next to Clicks.
Oh yeah,
used to go there in college all the time.
Still there?
Still there.
That's the
Seems to be doing
original
well.
one in Baton Rouge, right?
I mean, I would think so.
I think
It
it is.
feels like it. That little area feels like the original area.
Because it's so hard to
in
get in
Baton
and out
Rouge.
of. Like, who drew this up?
So
you know what though?
Rip to some legends.
I bet Hooters doesn't hate kids like George's.
No, I bet
You know?
Hooters can run around. Hooters kids, you can run around and do whatever you want.
I bet you can.
If
if you hit a fast walk, I bet you don't get yelled at.
How did that go?
Bet if you can
yesterday?
play, good. I feel great about it.
Okay.
Feel really good about it.
I didn't know if maybe whatever we'll get. I want to hear. I'll never forget one time we were in college and it was me, my future wife, girlfriend at the time, a couple of my roommates and a couple other girls, and we were on the way to the movies. And Hooters came up, and my wife just starts talking about how gross Hooters is, and saying some unkind things about the women who work at Hooters. As you're a young person, you a little judgmental, a little fiery, you say some messed up things, maybe talking about some of the promiscuity of some of the employees. And after she goes in this whole rant, quietly from the back, we hear one of the girls like, "I work at Hooters." And it was like, oh no, dude! And immediately the kid's like, "Well, not like not like you, not like you. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about some of the other,
Once
That's a tough one to get out of.
Once that
Tough one to
happens,
get out
though,
of.
once that happens, you've got to just take it.
Yep.
You can't fix it. You're only going to
We
make
were
it
at the
worse.
beginning of like a triple
I know.
date, though.
I know, but you just got to take it. You just got to be like, that's on me. And pat your chest.
Yeah. No, not you.
Yeah.
I'm talking about,
All
even
the
though,
other
even though we just met, so I don't even know
99%,
you, so I can't even say not you with any sort of legitimacy. Not you. I'm talking about them.
Yeah.
Them.
Rip.
I remember the one fun thing I did trying to make the St. Louis Rams. Was it Crawford Pacquiao? What was the big fight back
What
then
year
around
would that have
20s?
been?
Or maybe Crawford.
No, it wouldn't have been Crawford.
What year?
That's like Pacquiao,
Like
Ricky Hatton.
2012.
That's like
2012?
That's Pacquiao,
Was it-
Cotto.
Was it Pacquiao De La Hoya? Or is that a little bit
That's
earlier?
a little bit ahead of that.
A little bit earlier?
I don't know. I remember watching in
bet
St.
it was
Louis,
Cotto.
watching a giant boxing match there, doing some gambling at Hooters. And
Or it could
then,
have been Marquez.
and then
Juan Marquez.
I thought I had lost the bet because how the fight went. The guy that I gambled, and this is like, just some guy we're betting with at the bar. I thought I had lost the bet because the guy that I had bet on looked like he got his ass kicked. And then, so I gave the guy the money, and then they actually announced the result. The judges stunned everyone. My guy won. I was very excited. I went looking for the guy to collect the money, the $308 signing bonus that I got, and he was nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. As soon as the actual result was, because he was out right there collecting money. As soon as they announced the result, they went against what the crowd thought. My man disappeared quicker than Hooters corporate.
Oh. who did Cotto fight where he was beating the hell out of him?
It was a very controversial result.
But then it might have been Manny Pacquiao, Manuel Marquez.
It doesn't matter.
Because they had a 2012 fight.
The point is, for a long time, Hooters was a very magical place. And now the regression of our morals and ethics have led to Hooters no longer being relevant. And that bums me out. What an opening to the show, guys. Welcome to the show. First segment here. All right. When we get back. Oh, man. Are we really going to, who's going to be the next superstar of college football?
Wait, what?
I mean, it's a good, I kind of like the conversation, but I don't know that there's any great way to transition back into locals. Well, we'll get it. We're going to have some fun here. Keep it locked here on OTB.
Off the bench.
Somebody on the live sheet wrote Gordon, Gordan, and once again reminds me that they need to do my Power Rangers idea.
Yeah.
Instead of Zordon, you got Gordon. Make it happen, guys. You know what you need to do? You need to get it done. But until you do, that's just advertise. That doesn't matter for you listening. For you listening, you need somebody who's going to get it done for you, fight for you. You need to get Gordon. 225-888-8888. GetGordon.com is the website. You can go on the website. You can get a free consult form right there. They get in touch with you immediately. See cases they handle, past results from satisfied customers. And as always, follow them on social media at GetGordon. The great content with your favorite athletes. Go to GetGordon.com today.
Yeah, when you go to the website, you can do it all. I mean, you can have a chat right there on the homepage of the website. See what they can do for you in the courtroom, past client results, all that. Social media at GetGordon, like T-Bob said, that's always going to be the handle on all major social media. And in Louisiana, all you got to do is pick up the phone, put your area code, followed by 888-8888, GetGordon, and get it done.
Purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood Subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is
Welcome back to more sports talk with some other stuff mixed in. Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. So I got some big news, guys. That still the contract has yet to be signed, but we're starting Thursday and testing today. So I'll let you know. If you want to support your boy every day now, 5 to 6 p.m., you can catch me co-hosting with Jim Rome on the last hour of the Jim Rome show. So that is going to start on Thursday. It's going to it's I don't know. I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Our boy is going to be with Jim Rome. No matter
Jimmy.
if you're my age, Tay-Tay's age, I don't know. Jordan didn't know a lot of wrestlers. I got questions about him over there. T-Bob's, Jim Rome is a standard in this profession. He is somebody that no matter how old you are, if you're into sports radio, either behind the mic or listening, he's whatever tier 1 is, you can't have it without Jim Rome. That is awesome. Cannot wait.
I'm excited. I feel a little bit like I'm trying to make the NFL again, though, because here early on, because the last just because there's been another coach for a year, and I guess they kind of ended up wanting to go a different direction.
He's a bum.
So they're hesitant.
I don't know who it was.
I don't know who it was, but they're hesitant to sign another long-term contract. So it's going to be month to month at first. So I'm saying this with a little bit of vulnerability because who knows? Maybe I'm on there for a month and I'm out. What's going to be crazy is it starts Thursday. So I'll get Thursday, Friday doing it here in studio. That'll be nice where I'm used to my little office next door. But then at a time when my literal job is on the line, every show in a 4-week window, I've got to do every show from Disney next week.
Yeah.
Off the back foot. Somehow making sure there's no tech problems, that I'm funny, entertaining after a day of fighting stroller traffic in Little Louisiana that is Disney World during Mardi Gras week.
Yeah, it is.
So
That's a good point.
Wish me luck. It's going to be thank you for the congrats. Not too many congrats though. Let's wait. We can save the congratulations for now, for if it goes long term. For now, we'll say good luck. We'll say good luck. But I'm excited.
I'll say a little bit of both.
I'm very excited.
It's Jim Rome.
I wish that once I get to know him one day, maybe like Halloween or something, even though I really would love to do the first show like this, but I think it'd be too aggressive way to come out. But come out with a fake goatee, maybe cover up these sides of my beard. It's looking like Jim Rome. Jim, what's up? Super glad to be here. Been a big fan, long time. Very excited finally get to co-host with the best. And just do a Rome impression.
Long time listener, first time co-host.
First time co-host.
I thought when you said Halloween, I thought you were going to go with a Jim Everett costume.
No, but that does seem, when I've told people the news, that does seem to be the first.
The Saints quarterback, you know a thing or two about that.
The first thing that people want me to ask about it. So we'll see, guys. We'll see. Might have to start doing some Dodger talk.
I was about to say, what's
talk.
the setup? So it's not obviously just college.
It's the last hour of the show, and I think they want to inject a little madness into it a bit. So
God, I don't know if you're the guy for
that.
I
think I'm going to have a hand in planning that hour. So I've been sitting for the last couple of weeks, basically fake hours of what I would do every day.
Right.
And so, we'll see. We'll see. I think
so they probably want to put some new age kind of sports-ish, sports-adjacent type stuff.
Yes. But the thing is, everything's still pretty sporty that I'm sending them, right? So it's weird. It's I don't know, you got to find the line. Also, Jim strikes me as very sports forward.
Yeah, but you can still be sports-ish on a sports topic and just see a squirrel like we do often. And
we'll probably start a bit more conservative, read the room, and then if I feel like it's not going well, then it might just be time to send it, and we just go out either in a blaze of glory. Like, I don't want to go out half-stepping.
No.
So maybe don't fully send right off the bat.
Maybe not like wizard costume immediately, but if you feel like it has to be done, you get it out of the closet.
I'm going to make Jim talk about them hoes and pantyhose. Yeah. And Hooters. That's kind of, I guess, going to be the Empire point. T-Bot may be responsible for the fall of the Roman Empire. Yeah. True.
I didn't even think about that.
How do we listen or watch? I gotta actually learn that as well.
So I don't know if this is, but I can tell you. So in Mobile, we had the house.
Yeah.
SiriusXM had the house, and we were all staying in. Me and Dennis were the only ones there. And on DirecTV, like, there is a Jim Rome channel, like a channel.
Yes, that's what this is all in pursuit of. Is yes, he's got a channel, both audio and visually. And the last hour specifically, I think, is maybe not like traditional radio. The hour that I'll be on, it might be just on the new visual channels. But I'll get more of those details.
Yeah, because that was, I think, initially when you kind of mentioned it to me, and I'm like, oh, I bet this is going to be where T-Bob lives on this. I mean, obviously, it's his channel.
Yeah. So we'll see, guys. Wish me luck. I hope it goes well. I'm very excited. Could be a big break potentially, but who knows? I do.
You're gonna crush it. It's gonna be great.
Thanks, man. I hope so.
What time? 5 or 6?
5 to 6 Central is when it's gonna be.
I mean, they'll just get us all day. They can literally get us all day now.
Yeah. Now, look, I'm only doing snaps 2 days a week in the off season. We're only doing Tuesday, Thursday, so that's like super chill and very easy right now. But yeah, it's gonna be kind of a
3-show grind.
I'm gonna be doing the carpool, bringing everybody back home, and then immediately turning around and come back up here because I don't have an office at the house. Yeah. That's what I need this to work so I can get a house with an office.
Yeah.
And my life will be significantly easier. So we got to pull this one off. We'll see. The other thing is, I'm not I'm not leaving OTB. This is just whatever. This is just side hustles. But I don't think I'm hosting. I think Rome's hosting.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I kind of think I think it'd be way more interesting because that's the old Lebitard and Stugat story. That originally, because Stu was the radio guy, Lebs was the writer.
Yeah.
They tried to do it at first where Stugatz was the host and Lebs was the coach. That's what everybody thought. And it just wasn't working. And then they kind of inverted it. And that's when the magic happened. I would love to kind of uncomfortably be able to push and prod Jim down these avenues. But we'll see.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense because you're the one that's going to get, outside of the lines a little bit.
Yeah.
And so if you're leading, you can do that.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see if I can exert some influence anyway.
I don't, if I was hosting, I don't know that we'd get to, do you sit when you pee talk like we did the other day? And I don't know. I don't know that Jim can get you there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think so. I'm going to have to just hit him with that like a submarine attack. Like a T-boat instead of a U-boat. Get it done. Daniel Blunt says the advice I always give people, T-Bob, is always remember to be yourself out loud. That way everyone can hear you. Fair. That is one thing I'm going to try to be, for better or for worse. We'll see. I'll let you know when you catch the show. All right. Now by high quality streaming camera and mic. I actually do have that in my office.
He's got a really nice one. Anytime I do,
but Bilbo watches the show, so he doesn't think it is
in the building. I get him to set it up for me.
Anyway, thank you for all the kind wishes. And hey, guys, we're in this together. Here's to hoping that it goes well. All right, let's do this then. When we get back, next superstar in college football. Now we can get into actual baseball stuff and whatnot. I mean, I've got kind of a random spread here today. I've got some stuff. I kind of have a random smattering of NFL stuff. I got some stuff on the Vikings that'll blow your mind. I kind of want to talk about the new strike zone stuff a little bit and how much I hate the Robit reviews. Packers are making me angry with their tush-push stuff. I don't know. We'll see everywhere today goes. It's going to be a bit of an ADD show. Keep it locked here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
Go to All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge, All-Star Toyota. of BatonRouge.com. That's the website. All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge is the place. It's right there off of Airline and Goodwood. Okay, very conveniently located. So if you're looking to buy new, a Toyota certified used vehicle, maybe you just need a rent, or maybe you end up leasing, right? Something that I never thought I would do, but then I went in there with a budget and I was like, oh wait, this is a great way to get a nice vehicle. I can afford it. 3 years. The contract, the driving parameters work perfectly in my life. The point is, your needs are not my needs, are not Jake's, Taylor's, Jordan's, whoever. And also they understand that, and they're going to customize to find you and your family the answer that you need. Go to All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends March 5th, 2025.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes.
I'm gonna take my time. She gon' get hers before I'm gonna take it slow. I'm not gonna rush the stroke.
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hadn't heard this song in a hot minute.
I haven't heard this song since the last time I rolled into Hooters. Damn, I used to love this song, dude. Wait, don't turn it down, yeah?
Yeah, you can turn it down. This ain't Hunt. Nookie
says 2005 Jim Roche was outstanding. Used to love the smack off. There's a segment called Smack Off.
Yeah.
I'm going to be fine. We're good to go. Taylor, you told me something that I found, and I haven't given you my opinion on yet, and I told you to save it for on air because I'm kind of amazed by it. You said you almost died last night.
Yeah, I did. So
unlucky.
For you or me?
For me.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
I was sitting there at, the table watching Love is Blind, as any married man would do.
You keep saying that. You like it. It's okay.
And,
Love is Blind is fine.
I gave y'all a whole season recap last season.
That's what I'm saying. Like, own it.
Great show. Fine. And, we had red beans and rice, cornbread. It was delicious.
It's Monday, yeah.
And I guess I got a little too excited with the cornbread, swallowed too big of a piece. Guys, I, could not breathe.
So in all seriousness, glad you're okay.
Yeah.
Choking on food's got to be the worst way to die, and it's scary when you start to choke.
Yeah, no cap.
But what my main takeaway here.
You're so lucky it's 7:38.
My main takeaway here.
So lucky.
Is I don't want to besmirch whoever made that cornbread.
No, it was super salty.
But you should not be able to choke on cornbread.
I know what you're thinking.
You should. If a cornbread is correctly made, you should not be able to choke to death on cornbread.
It was one of those things where it's like it went down and it just went down the wrong way. Like it wasn't stuck in. I don't know. It went down the wrong way, and I had a bad reaction to it, guys. I almost was dying, about to call Cassie, and be like, OTB tomorrow. Just hang up.
So
that way y'all could have somebody.
Could you breathe at all? Were you completely cut off?
No, I breathe a little bit. I literally had to go to the bathroom and throw up.
Oh, you threw up?
Oh yeah, 3 times.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we talking eyes watering and all.
Oh no, it was serious.
Yeah, that's crazy. I just can't believe the cornbread doing that, man. Like that's
Neither
like a
can I.
Popeye's biscuit.
Now, I guess to be fair, a Popeye's biscuit, you can see it because it could become kind of a gummy almost.
Like
a not a paste, but
mix,
yes, like a concrete mix, basically. But still, normally you get a little more moistness in the cornbread. I'm surprised. I'm a bit surprised. God,
insane way to
if
go
you
out,
had
though.
died watching Love is Blind choking on cornbread, God, that's sad.
It is.
I mean, there's no justice in that. Your death kind of becomes a joke in a lot of ways. Like
not even a martyr.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard to feel like there's any cosmic meaning to anything.
Oh, guys, if I was in serious trouble, if I was in serious trouble, I would have written down to Victoria, be like, tell people I died this way.
Yeah, I got shot.
Tell people there was a bobcat in the backyard.
You have to shoot me.
Yeah.
You have to shoot me. You have to shoot me and hide the gun.
No offense, Victoria. You have to go to jail for murder. This has to happen. Sorry.
Oh man, chat saying you got your throat coat status reversed.
Wow,
revoked.
that is.
Sorry,
those are the jokes that
I've
never known to be that.
Didn't know I had that status. Did not know I was that highly regarded in that area.
Your expertise.
I'll give it back. That's fine.
Speaking of being highly regarded, who will be the next college football superstars? So 247 put out a list of 15 players that they think are going to be the next college football superstars for 2025. They've got DJ Lagway on there because of course they do. Cam Coleman, a guy who kind of went under the radar at Auburn last year, freshman wide receiver, but who is, he was right behind or right up there with Jeremiah Smith and Ryan Williams is Cam Coleman. They have Spencer Fano, the Utah offensive tackle, who's awesome, but not a superstar. He's an offensive lineman. Peter Woods, Clemson D-line, of course, more Peter Woods content here. You keep hearing about him, All-American. They got Alabama Edge and Overton, Anthony Hill, Centarian Perkins from Ole Miss, the cornerback from Miami, KJ Bolden from Georgia. No LSU players.
That's crazy.
And so if you had to choose, especially because I do think LSU is going to be a playoff team next year, if you had to choose who should be on this list, who's your answer?
All right, what is the headline again? How are they phrasing?
College football's next wave of superstars in 2025. Let me see exactly what it says. College football's next wave of superstars in 2025. 50 players set to emerge.
So you think they're taking into account that Nussmeier's already emerged?
I think
potentially.
yes, I think Nuss maybe would not qualify as much for this. Now, these other guys had good years too, right? Like Terry Perkins for Ole Miss had a great year. Certainly, DJ Lagway on a lower level. They got Arch Manning on this list as well because of course they do. But yeah, I feel like yeah, probably Nuss is already enough of a known quantity.
If I was throwing a name out there that I think is a known name to us here at LSU and maybe throughout the SEC, but not nationally yet, but it will be at the end of the year, would be Whit Weeks.
Got to be.
40.
Got to be Whit Weeks. To me, there's two obvious ones, and this is only from knowing this team intimately. Well, Whit could have ended. You could argue that Whit objectively should have ended up on this list anyway, regardless. And then the other guy I'd say would be Trey'Dez Green.
Yeah.
He looks like he is set to really turn some heads.
And Durham.
Next season. Yeah, and Durham.
I think Durham could take
sure.
another jump.
For sure. But, Whit Weeks, last season, 120, and this is without starting every game.
He lead the SEC.
125 tackles. He's close. I can't imagine many people had more than 125.
Yeah.
10 TFLs, 3.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 3 pass breakups, 1 pick. It's actually an insane stat line. It's an All-American stat line.
Well, he was first team All-SEC.
Yeah.
And then how about this? I didn't realize this, but he had 3 different games in which he had 17 or more tackles. Yeah. And it was Ole Miss, Alabama, and Oklahoma. So big games against the best teams.
Yeah, and you won 2 of them, yeah.
He had 2 forced fumbles and 4.5 tiffles in those games as well. I think Whit Weeks. Now, granted, the injury kind of makes you it kind of throws a wrench into a lot of this.
Yeah, but he's already out there
Yeah,
working.
broken fibula is actually the easiest injury to ever recover from. I have no long-term effects from the broken fibula. It's just a bone, no ligament damage. It's not bad, to Jake's point. But, I guess the bigger thing is these stats are so crazy that it's just hard to think about doing better than this. But in theory, he's got a better secondary behind him, a better D-line in front of him. Like, he should potentially even put up better numbers. Although maybe are you trying to focus on him more? I'm not sure. But Whit Weeks, I think, should be the answer. And I think really will have an opportunity to be an All-American by year's end.
Oh, I think so as well. He is somebody that you go back and you think about the plays that he made, like the Arkansas game. That's not a normal linebacker play where he's rushing and pops it up in the air to himself and then goes out there and can make a play on the football. Like the athletic ability with the aggression, it's a rare combination. It's what we used to talk about with Devin White. It was the same thing. It's like,
true.
You're typically not that aggressive if you're that athletic. You're either one or the other. Like you're aggressive and you're limited athletically, or you're kind of the athletic guy who's a little timid, doesn't really want to get into the fray. And he's the combination that you always look for.
Yeah, and then you really started to hit something with Keys pairing with him too last year by the end of the year. Charles Ross, still, I think, a name that people on this LSU defense. And plus, you could be talking about an LSU defense that is maybe good again for the first time in a while.
And you got Wes Weeks
and it'll be the face of it. Yeah, and Wes Weeks there as well. So, yeah, Whit would be my answer for breakout.
Whit was third in tackles in the SEC last year. There was Isaac Smith and Stone Blayton, both from Mississippi State. And this isn't me trying to be funny or throw shade, but they were probably on the field more.
Yeah, no, for
as
sure.
well, more opportunities.
Stone Blayton.
But solo tackles.
Thank you. I was like, that's a fire name. I was thinking that's a fire name.
That's an NCAA. We're 4 years into the dynasty name.
Yeah, and you better be a dude if your name's
Stone Blayton.
I'm recruiting them off your name.
Yeah.
Stone Blayton. Yeah.
But Whit was by far over both of them solo tackles. Whit led the SEC in solo tackles.
Damn. And that's, again, with not really playing at the beginning of the year, not playing full time. It's insane.
See,
3
that's
games
why
of 17 or more.
I hate when LSU has these giant marquee matchups week 1, because when you check the week 1 game to week 10, it's vastly different the guys on the field.
No, I know. Different. LSU has a problem with,
and that's got to be all the coaches.
Yeah, they got to get a better grasp
during camp.
They got to evaluate better. I don't know what the hell's going on during camp.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
It'd be so different.
And some of that is always going to be true, but I don't know, Jake, I think we agree that LSU seems to be at the extreme end of it.
Yeah.
Where there's just a huge disconnect between what they think they have and what they actually have at the beginning of the year.
I think it's a little bit of just take the leap. If you think that a younger player or somebody that's maybe not even young but hasn't got their opportunity should be playing, don't go with the safe route.
Yeah.
I think some of that will help LSU if they're just like, hey, look, I know we've got these solid linebackers, but we remember what Weeks was last year. Like, let's go ahead and just roll him out there 100%. He's not coming out of the game. Remember, USC, I mean, he played, but he didn't play the entire game by any means.
No.
Right? And I think when you have a dynamic playmaker in today's college football, because it wasn't the case when T-Bob and I were playing. Like, there was really, really good players that redshirted when we were in school.
Yeah.
Like, that just happened. That doesn't happen anymore. And if you're not going to redshirt that player and you think he can be a game changer, just know you're going to have to live probably with a mental mistake or two, but his athletic ability and the playmaking ability is going to outweigh that mental mistake or two compared to somebody that plays it safe and can't make the play.
So, again, another offseason of waiting and a massive matchup against a national championship caliber Clemson team. All right, wrapping up hour one next.
Off the bench.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends March 5th, 2025.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioneer Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
At Atmos Energy, our smart choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high efficiency.
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
All right, so for the last couple of minutes here, because we started going long on Whit Weeks, which, to be fair, I am long on Whit Weeks. In, like, finance terms, doesn't mean that you, like, believe in them long-term as an investment. I am. I'm long on Whit Weeks. What I'm short on are robot umps. And have y'all seen the new official MLB strike zone, how it works?
No, I have not.
I saw John Boy talk about it.
Yeah, that's the video I saw as well. So to allow for a sojourn into professional baseball here for a minute, the new strike zone is if you're 6'3" or whatever, the bottom of the zone starts at 17% of your height, and the top of the zone ends at 53.5% of your height. And it's very funny because now you have very defined visual representations of the difference in strike zones. Like you can compare Altuve's and Judge's is significantly larger. I guess, to me, a few things here. First, it seems crazy that a strike zone could change so much player to player, and yet you're seeking to be so exact. And that, like with that in mind, that just reinforces why I hate this idea of robot umps so much. So much. Like, part of playing baseball is the human element. It's managing the human element. It's a pitcher and the hitter knowing, okay, this guy's zone tonight is allowing this off the edge and then playing off of that. Now, like every other facet of life, you just have some robot overlord sitting there behind you with the ultimate say. Like, can't we maintain our agency in anything? Not even the freaking strike zone? Now you got a computer started at 17%, ended it at 53.5%. And then if I call ball, it says strike, and he's right. I created him. I'm a human, damn it. Why are we just bending over prostrate for these robot overlords? Sad. Pathetic. Framing pitches, gone. These are skills. Eliminate. We're losing recipes. Hour 2 next.
Off the Bench.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared toward seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends March 5th, 2025.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
To be billion-dollar insurance companies. If you've been injured, I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7969.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21 12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. here on Tuesday, February 25th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 68 in hour 2 of today's show. We'll have OTB mailbag and LSU women's basketball coach Kim Mulkey hops on the show at 8:30. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
They said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yo! What's going on? Welcome in to hour number 2 of OTB. Rest in peace, Hooters. Absolutely. Rip hoots. You know how I want to kick off this hour? Give my guy Lynn Rollins to set the tone for this hour. LSU baseball dominates Nicholls last night. Bats come alive, stay alive again. You know, everything on this LSU's. I haven't checked the box score yet. Did LSU commit an error? Is the defense still errorless? No! Who was it?
Oh, I don't even remember. I remember they had. Oh, I'm hearing myself back.
By the way, I'm getting that 104.9 is dead air. I don't know if we have any control over that, but it's Devil.
Dang Devil.
Well, anyway, here is Bear Jones, Lynn Rollins combining for some magic last night.
With the bases loaded, Milam at a 2-run single. Oh, wow. This ball is driven high and deep. It's gone. You can pucker up and kiss that baby goodbye. Oh. The second home run of the season for Jared Jones. And Ronnie, on that shot, you don't measure that in feet. You measure that in furlongs. What a blast off the bat of Jared Jones.
I know you love that.
You don't measure that in feet. You measure that in furlongs. Hell yes. That is the good stuff. Lynn Rollins remains my favorite baseball voice out there. He ran around those bases like an ice cube on a hot skillet. I mean, he's just got, man, he had one from the first week, and then I forgot to highlight something about Cheetos. Does anybody remember that?
Yeah, I don't remember what it was.
Oh, it was such a good line.
So one he used to have, remember, I don't remember if it was Bo or Bryce Jordan. They both used to take hit by pitches all the time. I think it was Bo Jordan. He used to just step in there. You know, he like set the national record for like hits by pitches in a season. And he got hit by like 2 or 3 in one game, and Lynn Rollins was like, he's as tough as a green pine cone.
Which, I mean, that's the toughest thing in existence.
Yeah, like, think about how hard that is.
In existence. Can we get the Stephen Milam home run call? A lot of people are saying that it's even better. Somebody linked it to me on Twitter, but I couldn't find it.
I sent it to the group.
Okay, is that what it was?
On Instagram,
okay, I couldn't remember. I knew somebody sent it my way
Instagram
yesterday,
too,
but I couldn't find it.
Because like people started to pick it up. I think it was like SEC Unfiltered or something. Like they're now Lynn's in front of them.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
yes.
Lynn's in front of them, and they're like, "Oh, who's this guy?"
I think
they love the call.
Does SEC Unfiltered have a Baton Rouge connection, or did he just come down for Baton Rouge?
He came down for the Ole Miss game.
Yeah, and it like blew his mind.
Yeah.
Tanner Reeves was the one who committed the error. Get him out of here. Get him the hell up out of here. So wait, when does baseball leave to play DBU? Today?
Yeah, they
I think they were supposed to leave yesterday. They ended up delaying by a day.
Well, because they had the game, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're leaving today, playing Wednesday, and then playing the weekend, obviously, in Frisco.
You got the Milam call? All right, here is our guy, Lynn Rollins, on the Milam call.
This ball is stroked deep and long and up in the bleachers. You can pucker up and kiss that baby goodbye. A monster mash by Stephen Milam, his first of the year, and the Tigers add to their lead. A rising line drive into the left field bleachers. Stephen Milam makes it an 8-2 game.
The Monster Mash line is pretty great, one that you can use again and again, like Kling Kong.
I think Monster Milam is one of the all-time nicknames I've ever heard.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That made me a fan
he's-
of him last year. Was his nickname?
Especially because he's like of slighter stature as well.
Yeah, and
so
like
it's
he's a little
funny from
dude,
that
and he's
regard.
Monster
Yeah.
Milam. It's
Yeah.
elite.
He also Lynn. I see you, bro.
Yeah.
Hey
we
now,
caught that.
hey now.
You think this show's going to let that slide? Come on
Stroked deep and long. A Monster Mash. Monster Smash. More like. Shout out Lynn Rollins. Goated. We freaking love him on this show. We need to have him back on. Sometimes with the schedule, it gets hard, but that's our guy. Pucker. It says pucker up and kiss it after stroked deep and long is wild. Yeah, that's true. True, Lynn. You out here. You crazy boy. Love Lynn Rollins. And again, none of this is all like as sincere to be paid. I think everybody knows that. But this is sincere.
Oh, yeah.
Like he makes listening to the games so much fun, especially when him and Ben are together. That is just a goated combination.
I mean, you knew who he was, but I kind of remember a couple of years ago when you really like started to hear Lynn more and more and more because of the SEC network and the midweek games being on there, and you being in love basically with Lynn.
Yeah, I am. He's got such a great voice, dude. It should have been a Goodwood transition, Daniel, but we'll have to wait till later in the show because I missed that. That's on me. That was Pat. Speaking of Kling, he's currently leading the nation in home runs. Yeah, in case anybody missed it, he hit like 4 over the weekend. He's hit like 5 on the year. But Patrick Kling was always good outside of conference play. So let's wait and see. So we started our first sports segment of the day. I'm talking about maybe who'll be the biggest breakout star coming up next year. Now let's go ahead and get this show started with the biggest bust in recent memory. But let's, like I said, get started.
Get the show started.
It's time to get to work, courtesy of Tiger Labor and Staffing, where they can help take care of screening, training, payroll, and more. Now, for starters.
Tiger Labor and Staffing, guys. They are your reliable local staffing solution experts for warehouse construction and manufacturing positions. Remember, we also have the shortest hiring terms in the industry at 60 days. We do this because we understand the quality of employees that we have, and we want your business to succeed, because we're not just looking at these guys' paper resumes, right? Their job history. We're getting to know every potential employee during the in-person onboarding process and over a cup of coffee every single morning as we're up dispatching at 5 a.m. So you need staffing solutions. You need the locals at Tiger Labor. All right. So I thought this was kind of a blast from the past and an interesting foil to the other segment that we did about who's going to be the biggest breakout stars next season, because Sports Illustrated had an article about who college football's biggest busts of recent memory.
Ooh, I like this.
And who do y'all think, with an LSU tie-in, who was the number one biggest bust in recent memory?
And so recent memory is like 5 years?
Let's say a decade.
Oh, a decade.
So 2014 you're looking at. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. My boy Giles that got the number 7 taken away.
But he wasn't a big-time recruit. He was
Brandon Harris.
He was a transfer. No, again, not that big of a recruit.
He was Brandon Harris?
He was a 4-star, right?
He was but he was a 4-star,
but I think he was the number 1 quarterback in the state.
But we talking about you got to be a 5-star. You got to be a 5-star to swim in this waters. No,
I have to sit this one out because
hold on.
I know
you know it, and I know.
Yeah, I know the answer.
Hold on, don't tell us.
Okay, yeah. Don't tell us.
When you hear it, you're going to be like, "Oh my God, of course!" But that's how big of a bust it was that you've completely forgotten about him.
Malachi Dupree.
No,
that was a good one. That's a deep pull. That's a deep pull.
That's a 5-star.
Number one wide receiver in the country.
Can we get a year?
2020 would have been his first year.
2020. So that we was stanky. We was super stanky. And no, it ain't Eli Ricks because he was a baller. Then he left. Damn. I don't know, dog. I don't know. I give up.
Eric Gilbert.
Eric Gilbert.
Remember, the highest rated tight end in recruiting history.
Yes.
Nobody. 5-star, number 1 tight end in the country. Again, literally the highest rated tight end in modern recruiting history for all the different sites.
But also, though, when he was on the field,
he was incredible.
He was good. So when I was thinking bust, I was thinking like somebody that we thought was going to take over a game and just didn't have what it took to do that, and that's not. So
no,
yes, you're right.
He was awesome. The small portion of the time we actually saw him on the field. It just sucks, man. And I don't highlight this to crap on Gilbert, because if anything, I think I highlight this to talk about the importance of mental health, because that's where this story gets sad, and that's really what this story is about. Because through a combination of like the COVID madness and mental health, it just derailed. Yeah, it just derailed Gilbert. Yeah. You know, and there's no easy. It just sucks because here's a guy who, without a doubt, should be in the NFL.
Oh yeah,
like he has the ability, even if without ever playing college, he has the ability to probably make like a practice squad.
Yeah,
he should be able to provide for his family to a nice degree, to start off his life very successfully. And unfortunately, it looks like mental health may end up holding him back from that. So, you know, we just talked about the Ring Will Bring Flowers event with Mr. Tabor a couple weeks ago, and the importance of talking about mental health there and seeking help if you need it. And this is another example of that. Now, I think he's in the transfer portal again.
Oh, Lord.
So if he can ever get his head right, maybe he can hopefully take advantage of his physical skill set. But yeah, unfortunately, Eric Gilbert on this list. It does kind of bring up a larger conversation, though, that I've been thinking about a lot for just completely unknown reasons lately. Or not actually, no, I know why I'm thinking of it, because I talked to String a bit about this in Mobile during the Senior Bowl. But just really how unfortunate 2020 was for LSU specifically. Like, you can talk about Coach O running around, maybe losing focus a bit, and I think that is, you know, yeah, it's true. We've talked about it at length, right? The perils of success. A lot of people fall into it. Have you ever seen a True Hollywood Story? Or like Making the Band, or whatever, right? It's like the most classic tale of the time. But we always paint that as the main factor, when in actuality, isn't the main factor that you had an unprecedented global pandemic and shutdown that completely stopped any ability that you had to take advantage of the greatest year of football that we've ever seen? Like, you should have been able to recruit off of that right away and show off all your prizes and everything else, and yet you could not. You were shut down. You're the greatest college football season, maybe the greatest team of all time, and you are not able to leverage it in any way. You got all the wind sucked out of your sails immediately. And I guess the reason why Gilbert brought this up is because he kind of falls in that as well. Like, again, already dealing with mental health battles. Well, then what happens when COVID is thrown in there? And everything's different, and you're getting tested. Everything's just so weird and different and wrong at that time. And I wonder, would it have been a slow regression for LSU, or would O have survived? Could he have still maybe gone a bit wayward into the perils of success, but the program still remained very good because he was able to bring in recruits to say, look at the National Championship Trophy, look at the Heisman Trophy, look at all of this stuff, come be a part of it. It's interesting to think about.
Yeah, I mean, and you had a quarterback that had been waiting his turn, went down. You had arguably the best receiver in the NFL, certainly in the conversation, opted out of that season because of, all the things surrounding that season, and that was something that big-time players were doing. It adds a lot that goes into it.
I know. Same way you had a perfect storm of good, it almost ended up being a perfect storm of bad back in 2020. What do y'all think? Who do y'all think was number 2 on the biggest bust list?
LSU related or no?
No, not LSU related.
DJU.
No, DJU probably still played enough and won enough to not be a massive bust. This is a name that got to be famous from the QB1 documentary.
Oh, it's got to be Tate Martell.
Yeah, it's Tate Martell. Y'all remember Tate Martell?
Yep.
I mean, he was a you know what on QB1.
Hunt nailed it. Yeah, I heard that, right? Like, the red flags were obvious.
Spencer Rattler was too.
Show.
I hated Spencer Rattler for a long time because of QB1.
I know. We talked about that at length last year, where it's like, it's a weird thing to be on television at that age when everybody's an a-hole.
Yeah.
And then for us to say, because that's our only interaction with you, to be like, well, that's just who you are still to this day. And obviously I think Rattler got a lot better.
Humbled.
So
Tate, I don't know if Tate ever did. I don't know if Tate ever did.
If you watched QB1, Spencer was definitely cocky. He was definitely a little full of himself at that age. The problem with Tate Martell, they highlighted like where these kids grew up, and Tate grew up well, right? I mean, he lived in Las Vegas. He went to Bishop Gorman and all that, but like just his attitude, even off the field. He do what?
No, that's
Bishop Sycamore. That's Sycamore.
Yeah. No, Bishop Gorman.
Bishop Gorman is like where Bryce Harper and a lot of really good players.
Him and his dad were looking for a car for him for his birthday or whatever, and he like picked out this, supercharged car and all this, and he's like, "No, Dad, like we're leaving with this today." And he's like, "All right, look, we'll come back next week," and he's like pissed that he's not getting it like right then and there. Like there were
on television.
Yeah, there were more issues with Tate Martell than Spencer Rattler for sure.
That Rattler was more down to earth. He was just it. He just thought he was he was it.
He grew up a little bit. Tate had a whole persona about him.
You know what's crazy? Tate Martell ended his career with 35 passes.
Ooh, so he went Ohio State to Miami to UNLV, right? And then he just was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
I know.
He was a consensus 5-star.
Guys, I see everybody's comments on the Spotify. We'll try to figure out Spotify. I don't know why we wouldn't be on the Spotify feed, but thank y'all for letting us know. All right, when we get back here on OTB, let's actually normally do mailbag here, but we'll save mailbag for hour number 3. I got a couple NFL stories, and we got Coach Kim Mulkey. Keep it locked, OTB.
Off the bench.
Go to Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding, GEAUXTommys.com, GEAUXTommys.com. Tommy's is your exterior home improvement specialist. So if you need new siding, don't do what I do. One time, I tried to fix the siding myself, and for some reason I bought black caulk, and I just like slathered the side of my house in black caulk. and it looked awful. And it didn't work. So don't be like me. Be smarter than me. Get that Hardy Plank Gravado Siding, wood or vinyl windows, any type of door from our friends over there at Tommy's, GEAUX-Tommy's.com.
Yeah, go to the website today, see what they can do for you. And we always kind of encourage you. You can check out testimonials, past clients. You can kind of see a gallery of work that they've done in the greater Baton Rouge area. But also remember, if you've got a custom job, they can customize that job to what you're looking for. Go to the website today, GoTommys.com.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood Subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends March 5th, 2025.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet.
I don't know what you heard about me, but if you can't get $1 out of me, no Cadillac, no perms you can't see.
Welcome back to more sports talk with some other stuff mixed in. Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Can't get $1 out of me, no Cadillac, no perms you can't see. Then I'm a
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. All right, so I got a couple NFL stories here. The first, and by the way, while I'm talking about this Packers one, guys, go in the document under 7:30 and give me the Vikings Twitter video. I'm ready to roll. But I guess it's a very NFC North segment here. The Packers are trying to ban the tush push. As it has officially been proposed, banning the Eagles from doing the tush push. Packers president Mark Murphy was asked by a fan not long ago what he thought about the play. Here's what he said, quote, "I'm not a fan of this play. There's no skill involved, and it's almost an automatic first down on plays of a yard or less. The series of plays with the Commanders jumping offside the NFC Championship trying to stop it was ridiculous. The referee even threatened to give the Eagles an automatic touchdown. The Commanders did not stop. I would like to see the league prohibit pushing or aiding the quarterback on this play. There's used to be a rule prohibiting this, but it's no longer enforced because it was thought to be too hard for officials to see. The play is bad for the game, and we should go back to prohibiting the push of the runner that would bring back the traditional QB sneak. That worked out pretty well for Bart Starr and the Packers in the Ice Bowl.
It's gracious,
They did score in the Ice Bowl.
I think this
Bart
is just an all-time weak take, bad take. And it's not hard to arrive at why. First off, have y'all seen all the funny Jordan Love video that's going around about this? Everybody's like, oh, it's of course the Packers, and it's a clip of Jordan Love trying to do a QB sneak, but he jumps off sides, and nobody else does, and he like falls and twists his ankle, and they're like, oh, easy, is it? Yeah. But here's the deal. In a video game, right, there's something called like exploits, right? Maybe even glitches, something that you're taking advantage of to get an unfair advantage.
The meta.
Well, the meta, I would say, is something a bit different. But yes, I mean, it's all But the point is, if something is truly an exploit or a bug and needs to be fixed, it is something that everybody can do. And that's the entire point of all of this. If this is so easy to exploit, it is so automatic, why don't the Packers do it? Why doesn't everybody in the NFL do it?
I just watched Josh Allen fail at it a couple times against the Chiefs.
So you saw right there.
If they ban this is a problem.
If they ban this, what I'm getting at is it is literally a personal attack on Jalen Hurts' skill set.
Yep.
Just because he is perfectly made for this, because he's a powerlifting tank of a quarterback, and these other guys aren't. Yeah. But like you're telling me you're gonna ban a play because one guy is good at it and nobody else has been able to emulate it? That seems insane.
Well, and what you hear more than anything is like, oh, well, it's almost impossible to stop on 4th and 1. Here's an idea. Play better defense and don't let Philly get into a 4th and 1.
Yeah. I mean, they should not be punished for their quarterback having a great skill that these other guys just simply don't have.
It's kind of making me laugh because were they like this when they banned a dunk with Kareem? It's like, man, we just can't stop it. We got to ban this. Kareem is just doing too much.
Wait, they banned Kareem from dunking?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
No,
they banned dunking in college basketball because of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh, my God. Yeah. It sounds like it's actually pretty damn
so
similar.
That's why I'm like, this history just repeating itself because of one person so dominant at this one particular play.
I mean, Jake, you're the only one of us that played in the NFL. What do you think?
I think you should just run a fullback dive instead.
Okay. Relax.
If we didn't do that, no, it's a play. It's a play that is legal, and I'm kind of like Tay-Tay. If you don't want to see it, be better.
Yeah.
If you want to get rid of it, stop it. Because if you stop it, then they'll stop doing it. And others have tried, and they can't get it done. They're not near as successful as Philly is. And if it's within the rules, which it absolutely is right now, I'm going to keep running it. And they have the perfect quarterback to do it. You're right. I mean, this guy squats like 700 pounds.
Yeah.
Even the other running quarterbacks in the NFL, they can't get it done. We saw Josh Allen, like Jordan mentioned. He got stuffed in the playoffs. It is a skill set that this team has. They've got a massive offensive line. Mm-hmm. They've got it figured out. I really don't have a problem.
It's like the most old school football out there, dude.
The only problem I had with the Commanders, I was like, dude, just snap the ball. You're going to score. Just snap the ball. What are we doing? Like 5 times trying to get him to jump off sides. I'm like, you're going to score because nobody can stop it. But outside of that, that's really the only time I've had a problem with it, just because I was like, guys, you're on the inch line.
The other thing about this is, like, how many times have we yelled as fans, just sneak it? Yeah. Every time it's 4th and short. You know?
You sneak it, you're
like, why are you in shotgun? Why are you handing it off? Like, you just sneak it. And now it's happening, and somebody's like, I don't know. It doesn't look fair to me.
I promise you, they're going to come up with some bull crap. Oh, well, this is a safety concern. I'll be honest, guys. I don't know if I've ever seen an injury on the tush push. It's certainly not to a incredibly higher extent than a normal football
I think the only
play.
injury I can remember from a QB sneak recently was, Mahomes got like an ankle dislocated or something.
His knee.
It was his knee a couple of years ago.
Yeah, Mahomes tends to have that when he's playing bad, but yeah.
And again, like, there's a lot of people that could not get a shot.
What a weird Patrick Mahomes shot to take.
Justin Herbert's not going to run this. Like, they're not going to run it with Joe Burrow. It's just not going to happen.
Again, if it was truly unfair or an exploit, everybody would do it.
Yeah.
You're just trying to nerf Jalen Hurts specifically.
I do
That's
have an
insane.
This is literally making a rule attacking one single team. This is a huge problem that they passed this rule.
It's so
Well,
stupid.
hold on. We didn't get to see what this Taysom Hill tush push looks like. I'm very excited for this. Keller needs to bring that here. Taysom Hill tush push. Add that to
Brother,
the playbook.
we don't know if Taysom's going to be on the
Oh,
Saints
but no,
roster.
I heard like
Who are you talking
it's
about?
cheaper to keep him.
Oh, you're
than
talking
to
about the
let him go.
Saints?
Yeah, I'm talking about the Saints. Because you
Oh,
know what,
wow, I
Kellen Moore
forgot
now.
about them.
Better do it now in case he gets banned.
I'm saying, you know
never
what, Kellen Moore, so we ain't running with Derek Carr.
Hell
so,
yeah.
you know, put Taysom Hill back. Yeah, put Taysom back there. Let's get busy.
Derek Carr
Taysom Hill
hurdled
would be a
guy on
great-
second down. Jordan, chill out.
To be fair, Taysom Hill would be
Sneaky
a great
athletic.
tush push candidate.
He would.
Though even he's not as well built as Jalen Hurts is for it.
Nah, he ain't hurts, but it'll be nice.
Jalen Hurts is the perfect individual for this.
They don't like Justin Fields doesn't even do it. Remember, Justin Fields a lot of times when he came in for the Steelers, he would still be in gun.
Yeah.
and they'd
He's
run
like
kind of
QB sweeps
like,
type, yeah.
Yeah, and like our zone read.
Yeah.
So I mean,
So-
even a quarterback, and Justin Fields is, I mean, a massive human.
Well, think about Lamar. Lamar
Mark
doesn't
Murphy's
do
a
it.
loser.
Wait, what?
That's the Packers president.
Yeah, Lamar doesn't
Oh,
do
I
it. Mark
thought you-
Andrews does.
I didn't hear
No,
the name.
no.
I thought you were talking about Justin Fields.
Yeah.
Like, what did he do to you?
No.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, Lamar doesn't do it
I
either.
say Mark
I know,
Andrews
he's
does
not
it.
big enough.
Like,
Anyway, don't ban it. That's pathetic. All right, when we get back, Coach Kim Mulkey. Keep it locked here on OTB.
Off the bench.
Go to allstartoyotabatonrouge.com today and let's get ourselves a new vehicle or get yourself a Toyota certified used vehicle where you still get great warranty at a more affordable price. Or if you need a body shop or a service center, head over and see them off of Airline and go to it. Remember, open to all makes and models. Does not have to be Toyota. Not have to be from All-Star. We're going to make sure that you get back on the road quickly with free estimates. Great lines of communication, rapid turnaround time. Go to All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge today.
When you go to the website, remember, buying new, leasing, renting, everything is available. You're not going to find that anywhere else. Multiple options for you, for your family. Mid-size SUV, full-size van, trucks, hybrid, sedan, you name it, they have it. Mardi Gras trip, probably coming up this weekend, certainly next week. If you want to save miles on your vehicle, if you want something bigger for the travel, they've got you covered. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary. For those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
I don't know how I let this happen. But who? The girl next door, you know? I don't know what to do.
So it wasn't you.
Alright. Honey came in and she got me red-handed, creepy with the girl next door.
Welcome back to more sports talk with some other stuff mixed in. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
I'll say this. It wasn't me. Who it was Coach Kim Mulkey with her 750th win. Unbelievable. An 862 win percentage. Coach, what's going on? How we doing here on this Tuesday? As always, thank you so much for joining us during such a busy time as we are closing in on the end of the season. Massive games still left to go. Thank you, Coach. How are we doing today?
T-Bob, I woke up, I put my foot on the floor, and I said, God, I lived another day. Let me get up and open the curtains and enjoy it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And well, a lot of reasons to be excited as on Sunday, your team hits the road and goes to Lexington. Really tough environment against a top 20 Kentucky team, top 15 Kentucky team, a very good team. And, well, it was tough out the gates. Down as much as 16 in the first half, 12 at halftime, but an absolutely sizzling, dominant third quarter, Coach, in which you outscore the Wildcats 24-6. Take us into, because, you know, it's weird, right? Halftime adjustments, halftime speeches, all this stuff. Sometimes you make too much of it, sometimes too little. Like, what happened from that second to third quarter that created that such a stark contrast?
You know, it's so cute. It's really funny and comical sometimes because people have this perception because I'm so intense and because they see me on the sideline getting after it that I go in and give this just crazy chewing of ass out in the locker room. And sometimes that does happen. As y'all know, it's needed, but sometimes you don't need to say anything. I was not feeling good. In fact, I'm still trying to get over something respiratory. So I didn't have much energy to begin with, and I was very appreciative of the effort that Coach Bob and my coaches put in to help me through the course of the game when I needed a little lift. And I went in at halftime and made 2 suggestions that we needed to do, and I literally wrote 2 words on the board, and I said a couple things to a couple of players, and that was it. The things I wrote on the board were rebounding and defense. When you miss shots, when you're lethargic, when you just can't get it going, those 2 things will always keep you in a game and get you back in a game. If you will do that better, you stand a chance to win this ball game. And then I said, I need you to start in our 1 defense on every make and every miss. That's full court man-to-man pressure. And then I need, when Amore gets rid of the ball, I need Shy, you as our point guard, don't let her get it back. And those were the adjustments that were made.
Wow.
Coach, I can remember going back like a couple of years, and Michaela Williams was somebody that you had just got to sign with you at a Parkway High School. And I remember you talking about the player that she could be. And last year, a young basketball player, you could certainly see it. Still a young basketball player, but it feels like she is taking those steps to be not only one of the better players in the country, you know, a superstar type player. What have you seen from her? What's it been like kind of watching her grow into this role and being this leader and puts up 24 points the other night?
Well, I think the first thing I would say is Michaela Williams is very unselfish. Let's talk about that. She signs to come to LSU when we have Flage and Angel and Morrow. And a lot of these young players, particularly in her class, went to places where they could be the superstar and take all the shots and average their, you know. Michaela wants to win. Michaela loves her state like I do. And her family could see her play. So for her to come to LSU and for us to get her was a big for us. And you knew the talent was there, and she is fit in beautifully in that she knows Flage's going to get her shots. She knows Morrow's going to get her shots and rebounds. But I'm going to get enough myself. And I think sometimes people forget that she's only a freshman last year. She's only a sophomore. And so I think as you're watching her grow, and her growth is on both ends of the floor. Her growth is being a better defender, and her growth on the offensive end is being that unselfish player and plays any position I put her at. If I get the ball in her hands because I want to do a quick hitter for her at the point, okay. If I need her to go small ball and put her down there with Mara, okay, Coach. She's really the only player that can do that for us.
Well, and something else that you did on Sunday was as you enter the locker room, red leather jacket on, very excited about the big win. All of a sudden, you find yourself doused with multiple bottles of water. Did you think that your team was just very excited about beating Kentucky?
Well, honestly, Simone Augustus was ahead of me. And I saw Simone step in and just step back out, and then she kind of put her arm around me and kind of led me in, and I got in there, and I thought, are you really this excited over a win at Kentucky? I get it, it's Kentucky. I get they're the blue bloods of basketball, but I didn't say anything because I thought, well, bless their hearts, they're real excited about the comeback. And so I just let them tear that leather jacket up that I wore, and no big deal. I congratulated them. I said, the plane is delayed. We take our time. There are tons of people up in the lobby, LSU people and Kentucky people that want autographs, which I've told y'all it happens everywhere we go.
Y'all are the superstars.
Take your time, and let's go up there. And then we huddle, and we're holding hands to say the Lord's Prayer. And just as we were getting ready to say it, Jersey is across from me, and it might have been KG, I don't know, and I see just these shirts they have on, and it had my signature underneath it. And so I'm kind of looking at it, and I just stopped, and I said, whoa, wait a minute, before we start. I said, so this is why y'all doused me with water. 750 wind. Oh, okay. And that was how I learned about it. Not one person said anything to me. I didn't understand.
Oh, man. So I didn't realize when you were texting about this, I didn't realize that the gap was that large. I thought it was instant. So you were already planning, thinking about some other things, and then you finally realized as you've been here soaking wet that it's your set. Okay, so what went through your head? Well, it was in a moment of reflection. What went through your head when you realized, wow, you had achieved such an incredible number?
I didn't think anything about it other than it was an explanation in my head as to why they were dousing me with water. Yeah. And I was like, okay, well, now that might be a little bit more significant than beating Kentucky. Okay, now I kind of get it. But none of them said anything. They just started spraying water, and I just thought, well, maybe I even thought this. Well, maybe that they're excited because they know we're going to get a double bye in the SEC tournament.
True.
But I thought, okay, but it just wasn't that. I couldn't understand it until I saw the shirt.
Well, it's amazing, though, Coach. I mean, congratulations. So you haven't taken any time to reflect on it then?
Lord, no, man. I couldn't even tell you my record.
Yeah.
I don't know all that stuff. They do different things through the years, but I forget all of it. No one's going to remember that. I'm not going to remember numbers. I remember championships, man. I can tell you details from losses.
That's what makes Coach, the best.
Coach, well, one thing you do know certainly, because you've won those championships, is this time of year.
Yeah.
And you've still got tough road games coming up in the regular season, but SEC tournament, as you said, double bye, and you've got the NCAA tournament coming down. Like, when do you, or do you even start to, kind of look at that and look at the brackets and look at maybe where you might end up being? Like, is that something you even look at, Coach, or is hey, we got to get through the regular season, and then we can talk about the postseason?
Well, I do, because we're down to the last two games. I do look at if we should be a 3 seed, who we potentially would play again in the SEC tournament. Well, I tried that. Well, guess what? I've realized this is why I don't do it. I couldn't tell you who it's going to be. If you go look at Kentucky and Tennessee and Alabama and Ole Miss, hell, Oklahoma's still in the mix.
Yeah.
I don't have a clue because they still all have to play each other, so it's like too much to think about. And then you become one that's speculating on who's going to win. I don't want to do that. So
right.
Let's just finish it out and see who ends up winning the tiebreakers and who beat who in head-to-head match. I don't want to deal with all that.
Yeah.
So we've got to focus on Alabama, an Alabama team that's ranked in the top 20, that's having an outstanding year. One of my dear friends, if I have any dear friends in this business, would be Christy Curry at Alabama. I just love her to death. She's an old Alla Louisiana girl, and she is more twangy and country than I am.
Oh, hell yeah.
And played for her mother at LaSalle High School in North Louisiana, and we worked together for a while at Louisiana Tech. So she knows everything about my program. Her husband is one of her assistants, so they will be fired up. It'll probably be their largest crowd of the year, and we got our hands full.
Yeah, so that's going down Thursday night, 8 p.m. in Tuscaloosa. That's going to be a battle. Then you'll come back to the PMAC Sunday, 3 p.m. for a big-time game against Ole Miss. And then, and then we're into the postseason. And that's what we'll talk about next week. We can get into your thoughts on, like, SC tournament, NCAA tournament, and everything else and whatnot. But did want to take this time, Coach, say, congratulations on 750. It's an incredible achievement, whether you care or not. And a lot of people will remember it. And a lot of people will always remember championships that you've had, especially the one already, around these parts, obviously. So just a massive, massive congrats and a massive thank you for coming on the show each and every week.
And, Coach, I appreciate you saying you remember the losses as well. I'm still bitter about losses like 13 years ago, so I can appreciate that as well.
And, it's probably not healthy, but it's who you are because you think back like, golly, we win that game, we win another natty. We win that game, we get to another Final Four. What could I have done? And so you do, and it's not that you focus on negative. It's just your personality. You just think about the things like that in your career. Now, please know, I certainly know all the great things that have happened throughout my life. But it's just funny how you can't forget those losses.
Yep.
Well, I mean, again, these are likely the traits that make you one of the best to ever do it. Coach Kim Mulkey, legend of the game. Congratulations, Coach. Thank you so much. You have a great day.
Guys, y'all be good. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Coach.
Yes, ma'am, we'll do. All right, when we get back, we got to break down the coolest student manager in the game.
So good.
Right here from Louisiana. See if Jordan did his job. I have a feeling he did not, but we will find out on the other side.
Off the bench.
Go to trashrangers.com, guys. Trashrangers.com is your answer if you need reliable and hassle-free trash removal services in South Louisiana. And if you live in Livingston or Essentia, remember, you get to make a choice about who handles your pickup. And right now, we've extended our 50% off deal when you make the switch. It means you can get it for as low as $13.95 a month. Remember, they do things like text you the night before it's your day to put out your can so you never forget to do it again. Finally get that nagging husband off of your back. We're talking about over 1,000 5-star reviews with our friends at Trash Rangers. And if you're a small business, they too are a local business. And they understand the flexible needs. That's anywhere in the listening area. If you need front-load dumpsters emptied up to 6 times a week, any size roll-up dumpster, they got you at Trash Rangers.
225-363-9053 is the number. Sign up on the website, trashrangers.com, or call that number and sign up, or call that number to see what size roll-off dumpster you need at your project, home, or business. 3 different sizes. They'll get the right one to you. Again, 225-363-9053.
Need service now? Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram can get you same-day appointments for service, and we offer pickup and delivery of your vehicle from New Orleans to Baton Rouge. If you need sales and service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
You gotta believe in a dream. dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wildin'.
When you can't rely on technology, you can rely on Mountain Cold Refreshment.
Dave's back on.
Coors Light. Choose chill.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends March 5th, 2025.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-34.
I'm bringing sexy back. Yeah. The mother boys don't know how to act. Yeah. I think it's
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. Bringing sexy back. How about that?
Bring it to the core.
How about my nipple in that picture from last Wednesday? After champagne shenanigans. That's the most aggressive nipple I've shown in a while.
You had some aggressive nipple with me and Aaron at the spring game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's probably since that moment. It's the most aggressive nipple I
it's
had.
cold.
Here's the other thing, guys. Do my eyes close when I smile? They do. And I don't know what to do about that. And I've been getting self-conscious about it lately, and so I've been trying to open my eyes, and that looks even weirder. Because then I'm like, and it doesn't look natural at all.
Mine kind of close too when I smile.
Yeah, so I'm just going to continue. You know what? It's probably a byproduct of...
If you try to do the other way, it's real freaky.
Too much marijuana. Something along those lines. But yeah, sorry. My eyes close a little bit when I smile because I'm so happy, you know?
Yeah, the eyes open was like, is this guy on a substance?
Yeah, exactly. It just looks like I'm on amphetamines. Your hair looks amazing, by the way. Thank you, Joey. Hell yeah, dude. We'll take it. My dog. All right. So, shout out to...
Nate's going to be running his little tiny hands through his hair all day long now, Joey.
Well, I have to. I don't have... I ran out of...
You've done this.
Product a couple weeks ago, so... Yeah, I know. I don't know. Then I tried using my son's, and that's why, like, for a week there, it was, like, very slicked back, as his doesn't really work. So, I don't know. I just ordered. See, look, like, River says in the chat, she's a funny picture of me trying to open my eyes to overcompensate at the Super Bowl. Same thing. I was with Jesse at, like, Rouse's the other week, and she's like, why do you keep doing that? I was like, I'm trying to open my eyes for pictures, and it just looks deeply uncomfortable.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Wait. I like how you just skipped the comment above that from T-Bob's chest hair.
Yeah,
T-Bob's
crazy eyes with chest hair is the way to go. Yeah, just make everybody.
T-Bob hadn't had the old chest hair out in a while. T-Bob's been
There's a lot of
dressing kind of fancy lately.
There's a lot of meme accounts on. There's also like from when it's hot outside and I have shorts on and I prop my leg up. There's T-Bob's knee.
Wow. T-Bob's chest hair.
I'm surprised there's not nipple representation, but the lighting in this room can kind of hide it sometimes. Not right now though. Jeez. Anyway.
Don't look directly into it.
Daniel Basham says, one of my daughters latched her talons onto my nipple at 5 a.m. the other morning while I was feeding her. I had a death grip on that sucker. Yeah, it's brutal, dude. Bobby pinches my nipples so hard. It hurts so bad.
Okay.
Carry him on your hip, and he's just like, whoosh. I feel like I'm in a junior high locker room with Chad giving me a purple nurple.
I was at Rousey's yesterday. Had a great conversation with our boy John.
Shout out, John.
He's about to watch Pretty Woman.
Hell yeah.
Excited about that for our boy. We talked about department stores, Montgomery Ward, and others.
He's got a lot.
I know.
Shout out my guy, John.
Yeah.
You ever see him?
Love our conversation. Say what's up to John if you see him.
Shout out T-Bob's knee pulled up.
Yeah, I
T-Bob's.
saw him. Shout out to Amir Khan, McNeese student manager who has gone viral. He's from Lake Charles. He's a senior, second year in the program. His bio says if they kept stats for rebounding and wiping wet spots, he'd be Wilt Chamberlain. Here is Amir leading the Cowboys into the game.
I dropped out of school, started selling dog food, kept the biggest pistol even though I was a small dude. I get your block hot, 50 shots out this AK. You diss on my name, you get smoked on the same day. We do a hit, we hit your block same way. Tell me how y'all want a gangbang. Right now with two baby Ninas, I feel like Max Payne. Serving cane, baby, I'm shopping, I'm selling everything. I got it on my back. I know these have to give me so I bought a Mac. You better know I got it with me. Bang on your head, It's a meal ticket, starting on these niggas bad like it got it to with it. Pillow talk the bitch. You know she still let me hit it. Pistol to the part. Security let me in with it. Coming out the block. Cause I'm Louis with this effing and cruise out the block. Where I'm listening in a minute, man. We gon' put this hot. Let the beat make it think chicken pox was on you. You get robbed, now we going in the pockets on you.
Things are rocking for the Cowboys. Shout out Amir. So he has the speaker hanging like a chain on his chest, leading the team out. The Beastie Boys style camera work where they're kind of walking up on the camera, rapping at it. Amir Khan has gone viral, taking control. Shout out McNeese. Shout out Will Wade. Shout out Amir Khan.
Yeah, and they are out there balling once again this year. 17-1.
What?
In conference play. 23-6 overall. They've won 7 games in a row.
Shout out Amir, man. What a legend. Lake Charles native. I just saw a picture of him with a piece of the net from last year's conference championship, trying to run it back, make it back-to-back for Amir Khan and the boys. Student manager of the year. That was great. Ben, maybe we'll talk about Zion next hour. Nick Underhill coming up next in OTB.
Off the bench.
Go to yourgoodwood.com. Though Amir got me so excited, I think I may have been cured. But if you are not, you're suffering from ED. Maybe, again, you just have like low energy. Maybe you're like, am I low T? I don't know. I'm losing my hair. We can help with that. You're like Chad Ochocinco when he's talking about running out of PP. Well, guess what? We even do penile enhancement. Okay. The bottom line is we are no longer settling for mediocrity in 2025. We are maximizing what we are able to do. And that starts by taking the first steps to go into Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness, yourgoodwood.com.
Yeah, I mean, all jokes aside, you should live your life without fear or embarrassment. Ochocinco did not, right? He put it out there, and it is okay. It is something that you can get a fix for. Yourgoodwood.com is the website. Book your appointment. Also, pick up the phone. 225-4GD-WOOD is the number. Yourgoodwood.com.
Need service now? Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram can get you same-day appointments for service, and we offer pickup and delivery of your vehicle from New Orleans to Baton Rouge. If you need sales and service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends March 5th, 2025.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime. At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Good morning. It's 9 a.m. here on Tuesday, February 25th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 68 in hour 3 of today's show. Nick Underhill of New Orleans Without Football hops on at 9 a.m. Then at 9:15, we'll have some OTB mailbag. If you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can catch it in the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. You can also follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah, 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 yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
What up, y'all? Welcome to OTB. And every Tuesday, hour 3, we start it with our guy, Nicky Underhill. NewOrleans.football is the site. If you want to stay up to date with all the latest in New Orleans Saints coverage, you want to go with Nick and the team, Nick_Underhill on Twitter. Nicky, what's up, dude? How we feeling here on this Tuesday?
Doing great. How you guys doing?
Doing well ourselves. A little sad about the Hooters bankruptcy. Kind of taking it as a sign that we have degenerated as society. We have become so desensitized in this age of thirst traps and OnlyFans that just a little bit of cleavage no longer does it anymore. Sad state of affairs there, Nick.
I can honestly say I've never been in one. So I mean, I don't know what we've lost or gained, but
you never stepped foot into Hooters either casually or professionally?
No, I mean, it's just kind of like I feel like if I ended up there, it just means like a lot of things went wrong, and just not enough things that went wrong to lead me to a Hooters. So. There's usually like if it gets that bad, there's like an Applebee's or an Olive Garden. Like I'm just gonna I'm gonna stop there and
Olive Garden does slap.
I will say this. I mean, Olive Garden and Applebee's are great. I'll say this.
More of a Chili's man than Applebee's.
I think it's important in life sometimes to make a distinction between maliciousness and ignorance. And so I will forgive your ignorance in this case as forgive him, Father. He knows not what he says because Hooters wings are awesome. And when the Hooters vibe is right, it's an American institution, okay? Or at least it was.
See, maybe that's where we differ because, like, I grew up near Buffalo, so, like, I know what a real wing is and, like, I know what these, like, bullshit wings are that they have.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, to be fair, I should clarify my statement in that I know what I'm eating is like overly breaded and overly fried, but it doesn't make it not delicious. Like it's just basically a big, hugely breaded fried chicken wing just with like buffalo sauce on it, which I don't know, tastes great to me, dude. So you're not. I mean, because buffalo wings from Buffalo are not breaded, correct?
No.
Yeah.
No, they're grilled and deep fried, and you can get them on the pit. Like there's different ways, but they're definitely not. It's not a mini KFC bite.
Yes, exactly. Which Hooters is. So it is something different, and I enjoy it nonetheless. Enjoyed, past tense. Rest in peace. Nick, we are here a couple of weeks into the Kellen Moore era. Some hires being made, both coordinators. You also got a defensive passing game coordinator in Terry Joseph, starting to chip away at the cap. So there's a lot going on. So as a dog looking at all of these tennis balls, what are you most interested in right now? What are you really chewing on?
Oh, my God.
Hooters? Wings?
What is wrong? What is wrong with you, man? Like, what a transition there. Which ball am I chewing on?
Oh, that's true. I didn't even think about that. My bad. That's on me.
I think right now I'm kind of most interested in the defense a little bit because we've been talking about the offense for the last 6 weeks and Kellen Moore kind of specifically. So, yeah, I mean, look, the idea of Brandon Staley I think is kind of interesting. Like we're going to find out, at one point in time, this was like he was regarded as like the young genius of the league on defense. And, I think when you kind of watch his defense and the scheme and all the stuff they're trying to do, like I do wonder if you take out kind of the other responsibilities and allow him just to focus on making sure like the players can execute everything he's asking them to do. I do wonder if it'll be a lot better. Like maybe he's someone like DA who's a good defensive coordinator, just not a great head coach. And you kind of see in that role. Kind of the way that defense is designed, kind of at least just based on my initial look, it kind of looks like they play like a gap and a half scheme up front, which, kind of puts some responsibility on your defensive linemen to just kind of always have their eyes in the right place. And there's a lot of responsibility on them. And I think they have to be trained to see the field the right way and make the right decisions in that. And then, they kind of do some pattern match in the back end, which again is your players kind of making decisions and having to read the field the right way and all that. And it's just a lot of moving parts. There's an answer to everything kind of built in. It seems like when their defense is running right, that they should never be, you should never be able to just kind of like hit them in a gap and get an explosive run, or you shouldn't, have the coverage break because, they ran a man beater, whatever it is. Like they should have an answer for everything in real time. And I do wonder if, like, when you're coaching everything, trying to teach that much intricacy within a scheme, I do wonder if it becomes difficult, and maybe taking that off allows them to be a little bit better. But I kind of like the idea of a lot of the stuff they're doing, and it's hard not to. I mean, Vic Fangio has been one of the best defensive coordinators in the league forever, and he's a disciple. It's just a matter, is he the right guy to execute it? At one point in time, he was. I kind of feel bad for Brandon Staley a little bit because he ended up being a 500 coach overall. And I was shocked to see that. Like, when I looked up his record, just kind of the way we talked about him for years, it kind of felt like, like it was going to be like BA Oakland. And it wasn't. They made the playoffs once. Like, I think it was just like a lot of the gaps with him were, clock management, in-game decisions.
The fall came very quickly, right? I mean, they were 10-7, but then it goes into the playoff debacle into 5-9 or whatever it was, and that was all she wrote. Like it kind of came out of nowhere. Like when it ended fast.
The worst thing that ever happened to him is he ended up with the quarterback that's the darling of the internet, and they didn't win enough games. Like if he had just done what he was doing somewhere else, like it probably would have been fine. It doesn't help that Sean Payton quit his job and was like breathing down his neck, like while they're in the playoffs. And it's like, oh man, they lost. Sean's going to get that job. And like, they decided to keep him and didn't start out great. And things kind of went in the tank. I will say, like, his defense wasn't good enough there. Like, if you're going to be a defensive head coach and you get hired to a job and you're 500 and the GM can look and you're, 16th in defense or whatever, that's not good enough. I mean, it was kind of the same thing with BA here at the end. Like, okay, fine. Like, the team's not great. You're kind of hovering around 500, but like your defense kind of sucks. Like that isn't going to be the thing that saves you. And that needs to be on point. So there's a lot of stuff that needs to be better. And I'm by no means convinced that this is the perfect answer or, the right answer, but I'm open to the idea of it. Like, I think there's a possibility. And I think it's worth finding out. I mean, just, if it's not the right thing, like hopefully they have a head coach who's willing to move on quickly and fix mistakes. But man, it really does feel like they're putting together like a pretty good staff. Like Terry Joseph, he's going to be the pass game coordinator on defense. Like, you look at the development of the defensive backs at Texas, they were like 150th in like pass defense efficiency when he got there, and they finished second last year. Like year by year, they got better. And I think with where the Saints are at, like, player development is probably even more important than anything, because I think you do have to start over on that side of the ball. Like, you got to get rid of all these old guys. You need to kind of replace everyone. If you go through the defense and say, like, who's going to be there in 26, there's like two names that I think you can like absolutely include, maybe three, and then beyond that, it gets kind of tough. So if you're trying to replace 8, 9, 10, build depth. I mean, you gotta bring in cheap players and be able to develop them. So I think, like, more than anything on defense, like, I think player development is paramount. So, like, I think he's a good asset in that regard. But yeah, I mean, I like the idea of where it's going. We'll see how the rest of it fills out. We're out at the combine right now, so like hopefully by the end of the week we have a few more names we hear to put on that list. So yeah, I think. I'm fascinated to see where it goes. Like, I'm fascinated by the idea of the staff overall, but like, I don't, there's still big questions I think that need to be answered.
All right, Nick, a couple things. First off, I'll let that stray to Justin Herbert just go by the wayside. We won't harp on that because I don't want to get caught on that. I think the Saints would love to have him. You're right about everything you said about Staley's defense. I mean, it is a gap and a half run defense. It's a light box, too high shell, a lot of cover 4, a ton of cover 6, and that's what, look, Fangio, it's kind of his style as well. Now, one of the things that I feel like you have to have if you want to run this defense to its highest capability is a really good elite defensive line, and you got to have elite defensive line play. We saw it in Philly this year, obviously with Vic. We saw it Staley when he was with the Rams. Can the Saints get that? Is that something that they can actually achieve? And do we look at the number 9 overall pick and maybe think now more defensive line edge rusher because of it?
Man, I think it's going to be tough to rebuild it fast. Like, I think it's going to take – I mean, they need everything on that line. Like, there's really not anything that you feel great about. Like, Carl Granderson's like a good piece, but like when he's at the top of your depth chart, I don't think you have a great defensive line. Like, I'm still intrigued with the idea of Brian Brzee, but I don't know that it's like really come together the way you would hope. I think that there's some major things that need to improve in his run defense. I think. At 9, I don't even know who you get at 9. I know Daniel Jeremiah put Mike Green there. Had a really good Senior Bowl. I'm based on conversations I've had, I would be absolutely shocked if they took him in the first round. I don't see that happening.
Saints can't take another edge rusher from a group of 5 school. Like, no matter how good they are, Nick, they can't do it.
No,
they can't do it.
I'm like the goofy meme. just watch. Okay.
Yeah,
you think I won't do it again?
If you can get him on the swing, in the second round, sure. Like I think that could be fine. But yeah, not at 9. Like he's just not. Like even when you watch him, like there's some good stuff. Like I think he's a very good player. Just like at 9, like he's not transforming your defense. But yeah, absolutely. I can't take a small school guy there. I mean, if it drops tomorrow and you're asking me to place a bet today that my entire net worth, like you have to place a bet on something, like I would probably put it on Ashton Genty. I think that's probably where I would put my money.
That's exciting.
Today.
That's exciting,
today,
dude.
if I have to.
That's exciting.
Do I have the same answer in 2 months? I don't know. But like today, if I had to place a bet, that's
why are you moaning back, Jordan? Dude, that sounds awesome, dude. Look at everybody who's benefited off of first-round running backs recently. Plus, fall in the footsteps of AK. AK teaching you how to be a pro?
No, man.
No.
Why no, man? Speak up.
We need a playmaker.
What? I mean,
he's a running.
Okay,
like, don't get me wrong.
He's a
shut off your own mic.
No,
shut off your own.
Hey, dummy.
Mic.
Saquon Barkley did pretty
Shut
good
off
for the Eagles.
Turn off your own mic.
Turn off your own mic.
I'm out of here.
You've lost responsibilities.
Taylor, you're upset because Nick's saying we're going to take him from the Cowboys.
Yes, 100%. Like my heart sunk when I heard that. However, that would require the Cowboys to do the correct thing anyways. So, I mean, is that actually going to happen?
Here we go. Okay, Genty be exciting, Nick. That would actually be one of the few PR wins that the Saints have had recently. Not that it's like you should not draft based off of that, but maybe that's a nice symbiosis there that would make the fans happy and be like maybe the correct pick.
Yeah, I would be excited by it. See what he can do. I mean, I think it's a really good running back draft class, but he's kind of the guy that was in the sewer that the green goo oozed on and turned into a mutant. Like he's different. I think he's a monster. Man, like he really is kind of like AK a little bit too. Like not necessarily like down to the core of it, but like I think there's similarities to him when you watch him play and you pair them together. Like I think it would be really interesting. I was kind of researching some. I've watched every interview Kellen Moore's ever done in his life at this point now.
You watch the Gruden quarterback school?
That sounded weird. But I watch every interview every day. And like, there's one like from 19 where he actually talks about like how much he liked the pairing between Alvin and Mark Ingram, and what they were doing here with the way they were deploying their running backs and all that stuff and kind of using Alvin as a chess piece and everything. But there's just some smoke there. There's just some smoke there around that. And I think there's a definite possibility that he'd be in play at that.
See, guys, that's the sort of spectrum-infused writing that you can only get at New Orleans.football. A man who will watch every single interview the head coach has ever done and specifically cite a random 2019 anecdote positively praising the combination of Ingram and Kamara. That's what I'm talking about, Nick. That's the good stuff. That's New Orleans.football. Thank you so much, my friend.
Yeah, that's it. We're done.
Yeah, we're done. You have a great day.
That's a walk off. Yeah, for sure.
You're the best. Later, man. Nick Underhill at Nick_Underhill. This man really is just sitting there grinding boring ass coaching interviews.
Yeah.
Do you know what a sicko you have to be? Especially because we couldn't even make it through a Kellen Moore introductory head coach press conference, and he's out here grinding like random OC media availabilities from 2018. That's wild.
He's in a dark room, real sicko.
Different.
Yeah. It's locked in.
Yeah.
Not dedicated to the game.
Locked in, for sure.
I loved how he kind of broke down Staley's defense, though. Now, that might go over.
It seems like you need some good D linemen.
You do.
This is where my head's at.
Hey, man.
I'm talking about playing a gap and a half and whatnot. I mean,
yeah.
There'll be one right there at 9.
Shut up.
There'll be one right
we
there.
want Ashton Genty.
Don't take a D lineman first round. Please don't.
Golly, dude.
It'll be there.
So, like, if you're doing the breakdown, and again,
George said
I
we
know
need a
that was
playmaker.
Maybe
We need a
like,
playmaker.
yeah.
How about an interior D line?
But no. I mean, but Mason Graham, we have way bigger holes than a
Like,
running
what are we
back.
doing?
I just think we have bigger holes than a running back right now.
Well, you don't want to go wide receiver because you don't even know who your quarterback is.
Yeah. So I just feel like
I would.
I think Genty is going to be great, but we have no O line for Genty. Like we have holes everywhere that need.
O-line wasn't bad run blocking last year.
But I've been hearing that Will Campbell arm's going to come out shorter and he's going to fall a little bit. I wouldn't be opposed to taking Will Campbell if he falls. I'm just saying if he falls, I wouldn't be opposed to that. Bump pinning inside,
tackle.
move Fuaga to right tackle.
Okay, you're all over the place. You say we want to take a playmaker,
Yeah, we
and
need a
now you've
playmaker,
gone
but
all the
I
way
don't
back
think
to
Genty's
offensive
the
lineman.
playmaker.
Oh,
Genty's not
Campbell
the
did wear
playmaker.
7 this year.
I don't think Genty's
Sure,
the playmaker. we need.
never true. Actually, forgot about that. What were you saying, Jake? Before Jordan got all distracting with these crazy takes.
It's not a crazy take.
All right, so whenever we talk about them needing elite defensive line play, there's a couple of different reasons. Nick mentioned the gap and a half. When you look at, you got to have some versatility if you play in this defense because he'll kind of go between a 3-4 base defense and nickel and dime, and so you have to have some versatility to you as well. And then another thing, he is going to show pressure but doesn't really bring pressure. So you got to get home with 4. A ton. And then we talked about kind of the light boxes. So you're trying to stop the pass first. Well, what does that do? It kind of opens you up in the run game as well. So you put a lot of pressure on your defensive line. That front four's got to generate pressure, and they have to be run stoppers, and they're not going to get a lot of help. And so, like, when you look at the situation that the Saints have, and they've spent a lot of time, money, resources on their defensive front.
Yeah.
Do we feel like they have currently right now what it takes to beat all the things that we're talking about?
No.
But but unlike to where me and Jordan differ, we agree there. Where me and Jordan differ is that's the entire roster, Jake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the entire roster. And so, hell yeah, give me Ashton Genty over Mike Green. You know?
Oh, I didn't say no Mike Green.
Give me, I'm just saying whatever. Give me
yeah.
Genty over whoever, like any offensive or defensive lineman. Unfortunately, I know it all starts in the trenches. I know all of this, but I don't trust him drafting in the trenches right now. And
that's the bigger problem.
It would feel good in a season of bad if at least you felt like you had like a young budding superstar. You know?
Well, that's the bigger
and
problem.
Maybe that could be Genty.
That we're afraid of what they're going to draft because we don't trust them at this point. Like that's the bigger problem.
No, without a doubt, the biggest problem is the front office.
Yeah, I'm about to say
in all of this coaching transition of power, that is the single thing that has been crystallized more than any other.
Yeah.
So again, it's like I don't know, Kellen Moore and this crew, they got their work cut out for them. I like
but
him.
if you pay Granderson, I think Granderson's a good player. I think there's some value, versatility for me. He kind of gives you a little bit of that.
Yeah,
I think he can play in. I think if Cam's on this roster, he can at least give you the versatility that we're talking about. He can play a 4-eye. He can kind of do some different things. Brian Brzez's got to step up.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Like you took him in the first round. I don't care if it was 31st, 32nd. Like that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
First round on the defensive tackle.
Yeah.
You have got to step up because again, they've spent resources on that position group and you've got some versatility there. I still think you need to add. Maybe it's the second, third round. Maybe you spend those 2 picks on defensive front.
Yeah.
Because again, when you look at what Brandon Staley's defenses give up, well, in the West, like that was okay because you had Pat Mahomes and you had the Chiefs, and like they weren't trying to run the football. Okay, Denver at that time they had Russ. They weren't trying to run the football. They were trying to push the ball down the field. Well, okay, the Panthers, the Falcons, and the Bucks. Well, you look at those teams; they all got good running backs.
Yeah, Bucky Irvin,
Bijan
Robinson,
and Chuba Hubbard, who just got a new deal because he outplayed his rookie deal.
Yeah.
So those are 3 teams that run the ball well, and especially the Tampa Bay Bucks. I mean, I think Bucky Irving is about to be a superstar.
Chill out. I see Taylor's desk rising the more you talk about the Bucks and Bucky Irving.
So my whole point is, it doesn't have to be in the first round. This is a great second, third, and fourth round draft. It's not a great first round draft.
True. Yeah, so go with Genty. Go with the guy that's different.
If you got
the guy
Genty,
that's a freak.
And you got a defensive tackle in the second round, a highly graded guy, and you got a solid, versatile edge defender who maybe can give you a couple of different options as far as where he plays, I think you would be happy as a Saints fan.
You know what this sounds like? Mock draft season.
Oh, we've been in that since week 10.
Okay, relax. Obviously you haven't been.
Oh, no. Yes, I have, brother.
You should have been.
No.
I do an hour on NFL radio talking draft every week.
Ooh.
And so
I guess it's going to be my life pretty soon here.
it's about to be, You're about to join the dark side here, bud.
When we get back, more to get along right here. OTB mailbag coming
Off the
up.
bench.
Hey guys, I want to remind you each and every day that we are brought to you by our good friends at Pinnacle Exterior Construction. PECbuilt.com is the website, guys. And I really just please, if you take nothing else away from today's show, but if you are thinking about upgrading your backyard, kind of making it the backyard of dreams, maybe that's through a pool, outdoor living area, outdoor kitchen. You want a bigger, better fence for more privacy, bulkheads, pergolas, all of this, putting greens, turf, all of this. Please, guys, go to PECbuilt.com and look at the gallery, okay? Because I am not loquacious enough to adequately describe just how stunning the work is functionally and aesthetically. What you need to understand is that at Pinnacle, we build the spaces, but you build the memories, and that's about what this is really about. Making your home the greatest asset you have, thing you pour more into than anything else, making it the place that you and your family want to be. Go to PECbuilt.com.
Yeah, when you go to the website, you don't have to search because on the homepage, it gives you a perfect example of what they can do in your space. That's at your home or your business. But on the homepage, new pool, new fence, artificial turf, like all of that is right there. They can do that in your space as well. Again, home or business, PECbuilt.com.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends March 5th, 2025.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet.
Welcome back to more sports talk with some other stuff mixed in. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Welcome in.
How about this? How about the Saints take literal giant Deion Walker in the second round? 6'6",
Yeah, hell
345 out of Kentucky.
6'7", remember? Didn't he
Yeah,
come
that's
in
right.
at 6'7"?
That's right. He was 6'6" in the program, 6'7" at the Senior Bowl. That doesn't happen very often. I don't know. He'll be there around the he'll be there in the second round, I think.
I think they got him like what, mid-40s somewhere in there, like overall.
He's
player,
like
so,
between 45 and 55.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
So if you
Ginty,
get
it's going to
Ginty
be
in
hard
the
to
first
move me off my
round-
Ginty at 9 pick now.
You get Ginty in the first round. You get Deion Walker maybe in the second round. And then in the third round, let's say
Did
you
just sneak a mock draft segment
let's
in
say
here?
you get Kyle Kennard out of South Carolina.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Because right now, ESPN.com has Kyle Kennard as the 68th ranked player.
You have
That's
what?
third round. I was 69th pick in the third
Well,
round.
the Saints have what, pick 70 somewhere in there? So I mean, right there where
I mean-
Kennard's.
Knowing Loomis, he's going to do everything he can to turn that into pick 67.
Bro, please don't trade up. Yeah, I'm about to say.
Because like in the edge rusher category, like kind of in that range, you're going to have Kyle Kennard, Jordan Birch out of Oregon, Jack
Former
Sawyer
number one player in the country.
out of Ohio State,
like Jack
Braden
Sawyer.
Swinson, somebody we know
Swinson.
very
Yep.
well.
Like
He's kind of in that category as well. So I think,
Sawyer's
look,
nasty.
give me Ginty, give me a D tackle, give me an edge rusher, first 3 picks.
Oof, man.
And I would also take Teteroa McMillan if he's available at
I'm about to
9.
say,
I
we
would
need a-
too.
we
Well,
need a
yeah,
receiver,
yeah.
man.
I
We
mean,
need a
if you're going to
playmaker.
go receiver, that's, you still do desperately need wide receivers,
Yes.
too.
And a tight end. We need a tight end bad.
I don't
Oh
know
my
the
God,
do you
shut
go
up.
do you
Tight
do you
end
go
at
Tyler
9?
Warren, though,
Are
at
you
9?
high?
No, I didn't say.
no,
Whoa. I did not say tight. I said we just need a tight end.
So-
Yes, we need a tight end.
There's
Foster played pretty well too. Down the
there's a
stretch.
guy that played here in Baton Rouge that'll probably be there late third round.
You think Mason will be there in third round?
I think Mason will be there in the third round.
Let's see
Also,
let's see where he's at.
let's
right
not forget about Harold Fannin Jr.
now.
I get
yeah.
that. I get that he played at Boston College. I understand that.
Bowling Green.
Bowling Green.
Bowling Green. He
He
led.
did not have a good Senior Bowl though.
How many people
His
have
routes are
uttered the
looking
sentence?
crazy.
Let's not forget about Harold Fannin Jr. I know he had great numbers and everything else, but like that is
Mason
not
Taylor right now.
Said he'll be there. He'll be
ESPN.com
there
is
in like
the
round
third
4.
rated.
I don't
tight
think
end.
the average person
Behind
is remembering
Warren and
Harold
Tyler
Fannin
Warren
Jr.
and Colston
Well, I
Loveland
said
from
let's
Michigan.
not forget.
Okay.
Mason Taylor right now, third rated tight end on ESPN.com, 69th overall.
Yeah. Whoever gets Mason
Yeah,
Taylor
I
is
mean,
a
he's
blessing.
gonna be
Tight end.
he's gonna be right there in the third round.
Yeah.
I think he's the second. I think he'll get picked because of what he did in Mobile. I think he probably elevates himself. If you really need a tight end, I think probably Mason's going to go.
I think we should draft Cam McCormick
Man.
out of Miami. Played. I mean, the guy's
He's
got
only like 32.
I was going to
Real.
say he's got experience. Played 9 years of college football.
He can replace Taysom. They're the same age.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's even crazier. Like they actually kind of are close. Like that's wild. That is kind of wild.
The craziest game to play like that is always comparing NBA players to
Oh, the
NFL
college-
players
oh.
and looking at the ages.
Yeah.
And how like Devin Booker's been in the NBA for like 10 years, but him
Yeah.
and Joe Burrow are maybe like the same age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Burrow's played like 4 or 5 now at this point.
I saw a great one the other day, and it was just like crazy. Like the NBA's the craziest one.
Yeah, because they all enter at 18.
It's like
Yeah.
like Jaden Daniels and Zion are the same age.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
Zion's like on his second deal.
I know.
Yeah.
He
Like, how
looks
long-
good though. Zion looks good, by the way.
How long's Luka been in the NBA? 7 years now.
At least.
Oh, the dude from
It was
Auburn,
like-
the same age.
He's
as him.
25.
Yeah.
Luka Doncic is 25.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, so
I
him
mean,
and Jaden are
to
probably
give you
like
kind
the
of
same age.
like
He
a,
might be
And he's
old.
a 5-time All-Pro already.
Yeah.
an example of what we're talking about right now. The number one team in the country in basketball, the
Yeah.
Auburn Tigers, their average age is 23.2 years.
What?
The Oklahoma City Thunder is 24.4.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And OKC's on the freakish.
They're the number one, like number 2
And-
team in the West.
And it's
Yeah.
not those guys' first year in the NBA either.
No,
No.
They've been
No,
there.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, a lot
this
of,
is
I
Shai
mean,
Gilgeous-Alexander's second team.
yeah.
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 I mean, Chet Holmgren's now at least 3 years in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like 22.
Yeah.
Jordan, talk to me about the Pelicans real quick since
you wanna know, man?
I give you like a minute.
Why?
here.
Okay.
How are we feeling? Okay, everything sucks.
Whatever you want to know. I'm the only one that's tapped in. So whatever
how are we feeling about Zion now? He's
Literally
in the best
the
shape
only.
he's ever been in his career.
Just get to next year. That's how I feel. Like
Gross.
just get to next year. Like you're 14 in a million. No matter what you do for the rest of the season, doesn't matter, right? You're just trying to stay in top 5 pick range. Because anything lower than 3, honestly, is a failure of the season. I'm talking about top 3 pick. Like you cannot walk out with the 4th pick.
Yeah, we got to
the 5th
hope that the
pick.
lottery goes our way.
Oh, I know we're not getting number 1. We're not gonna get blessed like that. We're not gonna get blessed.
What do you
like
mean?
that.
We got blessed twice before.
Yeah.
Nah, I
like
just,
with generational
I'm
players.
100%. Like I say, I'm 100%.
SAG for flag.
I'm at least 70% sure Cooper Flag's going to the Jazz. I think the Jazz gonna get the number 1 pick.
Cooper Flag looks like he plays for
Yeah,
the Jazz
like-
already.
Yeah.
Very Utah vibes, yeah.
Yeah, and like
Duke White Boy.
Yeah,
Is he at Duke? I don't know.
And
yes,
because I know people are not paying attention to the Jazz.
Hey, you better lock that
Gotta
up.
tighten up. Gotta tighten up for sure.
So if you look at the Jazz, they're every other night they're benching their best players.
Yeah.
Like they're for mystery injuries and all that. So no, Utah's been tanking since like late December.
Well, they were trying to tank for Wemby, remember?
Yeah, exactly, Jake. So Danny Ainge has been there. He's been trying to build this up for a while. I think this is finally the year the Utah Jazz get the number 1 pick and they're going to land Cooper Flag. But my vision is move past towards Dylan Harper.
Okay,
from
I don't
Rutgers,
care. I don't care.
who's
I
the
don't
point
care.
guard.
I don't care.
But DeJounte's going to be out for the future. So.
I don't care about drafting NBA players. Do Willie Green and Dave Griffin survive?
Fire him.
Griff's done.
No, Griff will probably survive Willie now.
Why? Why would Griff survive?
Because
if Willie
he's like Mickey Loomis.
It doesn't make any sense, though. So you're going to give Griff, what, a 4th head coaching choice?
It'll be his 4th head coach, yeah. In 7 years. 4th head coach in 7 years.
Seems like there's a common denominator there.
Yeah.
What could it be?
But you're dealing with Gail Benson. I'm not expecting her to do that.
Huh.
Like, I'm 100, like, if Willie's out the door, that'll be a blessing, but Griff needs to be packing with him.
So you're done with Willie? Because I feel like Willie was always a fan favorite, just kind of viewed as Dean dealt a bad hand.
Well, at a certain point, you have to win games. So the reason I was done with Willie this season is when in the beginning of the year, they played the Golden State Warriors twice.
Yeah.
In their first 5 games. And the Warriors played without Curry, both those games.
Yeah.
And the Pelicans lost. And they had Zion, B.I., DeJounte hand was broke. So I'm watching a team with an actual legit system compared to the Pelicans. And you watch a team that didn't have Curry with Buddy Hield, some dude named Liddy Waters, bust the Pelicans up.
Seems lit.
Yeah, so no, like the Pelicans, they need a coach. X and O's.
Shout out Buddy Hield.
Yeah, shout out Buddy Hield,
Aren't the Warriors like really good now with Jimmy Butler?
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler's always he's like a villain from a scary movie where he's always got one more jump scare left in him.
Yeah.
He's got a little run. He'll make a little run every year.
Time you think he's done, he's cooked, he's over the hill, his temper's too much. He's always got one he just needs a new environment.
Yeah.
And he's got one kill left in him.
Yeah. And the crazy part about it is this man axed out of the Heat, basically did all that, ain't got a pay raise, ain't got more money.
Smart.
So,
I mean, there's many things you can accuse Jimmy Butler of. I mean, not having a ring is probably going to haunt him forever. But not being incredibly successful at everything he does is not one of them. And like forging his own path.
Yeah.
He is extreme, and for whatever reason, it almost always seems to work out for him. Derrick Henry's older than Todd Gurley. Well, yeah, that makes sense, I guess. The crazy part of Todd Gurley is what Todd Gurley's like 29.
Yeah.
That's right.
Todd Gurley played like 6 years in the NFL.
I think 5.
5?
I want to say it might have been 6.
Capture the flag.
But we had him at the Super Bowl, and I was shocked. Like whatever it was, I either played in a year more or the same amount. And I'm like, that just doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
Like talking with him on air. I don't know how much Todd Gurley loved football at the end either.
Yeah, I mean his body.
Man, it was like a real
ground,
it was
6 years.
Like he did it because it was
paid
what
a
he
lot.
Yeah, like he did it because that's the one thing that was going to make him a lot of money, and everybody like you have to love football.
Yeah,
if you want, like he was so talented he could get it done, but. It was an interesting conversation. He was very open. It was a great conversation. Like I appreciated him being as open as he was.
All right. When we get back, more OTB. Keep it locked.
Off the bench.
Hey, guys, go to BoudreauxElectrical.com, okay? At Boudreaux's Electric, everybody is a VIP because we are a family-run business. Been family-run for over 40 years now, guys, since 1982. And our core guiding ethos, guiding light, is that the customer comes first, no matter what. And so if you've thought about getting a generator for your home, we specialize in Generac generators, best in the business. We got a ton of certified techs to help you out. But the bottom line that you need to understand is that we do everything we can, monitoring your systems 24/7 to make sure that they are always ready to go when you need it, because we understand that this is a big investment, okay? And if something goes wrong, Boudreaux's is there to make it right. Go to boudreauxelectrical.com.
When you go to the website, you'll see the things they can do for you. I mean, it's right there on the homepage, what we do. Click on that. You can contact them. North Shore, right? You got 985-397-1562 here in Baton Rouge, 225-300-9389. Let them know what you're looking to get done. Have them come out, give you that quote that we talk about, boudreauxelectrical.com.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends March 5th, 2025.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environment.
Yeah! For the first time, it's going down history, baby. New 3-6 Mafia, featuring 8-Ball and MJG, Young Buck. It's a Tennessee thing.
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
All right, let's do a quick OTB mailbag here, and then I'll give Tay-Tay an NFL story of the day.
Special delivery! I have this special delivery for Off the Bench. And look, it is marked most urgent.
We'll be writing to you.
The internet. What the is the internet?
Mailbag. Hashtag OTB mailbag. Any chance we move up a few spots to try and grab Abdul Carter? Don't think we have enough assets for that, but it'd be perfect. That'd be a great fit, but the Saints need so much. Again, no trading up. No trading up. You need to add as many people to this roster as you can to the draft and try to hope they work out.
And this is also a very deep edge rusher class. It's not that I'm saying there's 7 Abdul Carters. There's not, but it's very, very deep. You can get somebody that's a starter, I think, in the 3rd round at edge rusher.
Hashtag mailbag. What hurts worse? No one laughing at a video you show them, or quieting down after you realize no one's listening to your story?
Quieting down for
Quieting
sure.
down's a
For
rough
sure.
one.
That's rough.
Your story just kind of peters out. Just like loses steam.
Yeah, but I show videos to my wife all the time. She doesn't laugh at. So
yeah, it's not a great feeling either. To be
no, I mean I don't really care
Both
about
suck.
that one.
Both suck.
Sometimes Steve-Bob, I'm like, I gotta get his attention. Sometimes when I'm telling a story.
That's true.
A little bit.
My brain can be very.
It's not that he's not listening.
That
to
goes
the story.
both ways, though. It goes both ways.
Oh, I've got elite tune-out skills.
Yeah.
I've got.
That's from all the kids.
Yeah. I mean, when, Coco Melon's on the TV, others are like, oh my God, turn it off. I'm like, I didn't know it was on.
Yeah, I can just sit there and listen to kids cry and just
no doubt
not pay attention. Has to go to mailbag. Jake, sorry my Arsenal can't stop Liverpool. At least you have that last game at Goodison.
Goodison.
Did the show get taken down from Spotify? That's how I listened and text disappeared on Friday. So I was texting Matt about this. It is a known issue at Spotify. Specifically, they're working on it.
Liverpool's going to probably win the league, but
Liverpool.
I don't really look. Everton's playing really, really well. Even getting screwed by VAR, still playing really, really well. So, and last time in Goodison Park, it was a great match, and we got one at the death to be able to get a point.
Hashtag OTB mailbag. Would you rather take one team bus to Dallas or 3 commercial flights at 3 different times like the baseball team's doing today? What? It's crazy.
Why? What? Why are they doing that?
I don't know. All right, Tay-Tay.
I would just take a bus. It's not that bad. You go up to Shreveport, you hook a left, and you're in Dallas.
Tay-Tay, give me an NFL story of the day.
It's time for Tay-Tay's NFL story of the day. Your daily dose of NFL news from Taylor Sharp.
Wild one out of the for the Denver Broncos. Their outside linebacker coach Michael Wilhoit is facing a felony assault charge for allegedly assaulting a police officer on Sunday.
You know what he told him? This will Hoyt.
So here's what happened. Wilhoit was at the airport. He was parked at a no parking zone, and a cop walked up to him and said, "Hey, you can't park here." He apparently said...
he didn't hit him with it, "Do you know who I am," did he?
No, he hit him with a...
I've never heard of him.
I've never heard of you, sir.
He hit him with an STFU, and then later he was approached being told he couldn't leave his vehicle unattended in a drop-off lane. Wilhoit then bumped his chest into the police officer. The cop pushed him away to back him up, and then that's when Wilhoit was like, you know what? I'm punching this guy directly in the face as...
Smart.
Someone would. The officer fell to the ground, used his taser on Wilhoit. However, the Broncos assistant was still able to get in his vehicle and drive away. So he has later been arrested. He was booked into the Denver jail on Sunday. A bond was set for him on Monday for $5,000, which is extremely low. But the Broncos say that they are aware of the situation, because how could you not be, and that they are in the process of gathering more information. So Michael Wilhoit had himself a bad day on Sunday.
This seems like, there's got to be a mental health element to this, right? Like, that's such an absurd thing to do.
Yeah, like literally was just
to go
told
to
you
a
can't park
busy
in a no
well,
parking
not only
zone.
that, but like, you can't park at a busy airport at a drop off or pickup zone. Like, that's a massive no. That's like a Homeland Security level. No.
Yeah. And he's asked once, said STFU, was approached again, and then thought about it. So,
damn, this will Hoyt. That's the craziest thing. He has like an old New York accent, like an old gangster accent. All right, when we get back, it's so funny. We just did mailbag because we're going to do Ask the Bench next here on OTB. Keep it locked.
Off the bench.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wildin'.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends March 5th, 2025.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
At Atmos Energy, our Smart Choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency.
Hey, Dirty, what? Look at that girl right there. Oh, she make me say,
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back. K to Z Interiors and Outdoor Livings. The website's still ktozblinds.com. But again, the name has changed to better reflect what we do. K to Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. But the bottom line is when you have Brandon Barton out to your home, you still get that complimentary estimate. You still get to take advantage of his 30 years of experience in the game. And so if you need new drapery, blinds, shutters, window coverings, whatever the case may be, some drop-down exterior shading for outside, whatever, again, your experts are at K to Z, ktozblinds.com. We love K to Z here on OTB. And it's all price points, guys, okay? Home of your dreams, starter home, we got you. Now it's time for a little Ask the Bench, brought about Cole Kerslat, Vizzy Art Seltzer, Blue Moon, Lights, Gas, Stitcher, Sweet. Rivers asked, do you think T-Bob could beat that crawling Pelicans baby in a crawling race? I would say absolutely, but when you get to be older, like, crawling actually sucks. Hurts the knees. A few years ago, I used to have the kids riding around on my back all the time, Jake. Now it's a little fewer and far between.
You just build the calluses up like Tay-Tay did.
That's true. It just takes time.
Yep.
Takes effort. He didn't get named throat goat for no reason. You know, that don't happen overnight.
I didn't. We proved last night that I can't.
Give me something underneath here. If you want to keep like the way you do it, right there, keep that going. As a bench, what should Nola's doomed NHL team be named?
Jazz. It's going to be something awful. Whatever it is, it's going to be awful.
No, it's the Jazz. It should be the Jazz.
It
It's
should
so
be.
obvious.
It ain't gonna be.
I will be the biggest fan. I will have the jersey, all that. I will be at, I mean, I doubt we get it, but I will be there.
Is sweater, like, what do you, the jersey is called a sweater?
Yeah, it's called a sweater.
There's no soccer, like, if I say jersey, people like,
it's a kit.
It's a kit,
I'm like,
man. It's
I know.
a kit, mate. Those are not cleats, those are boots.
I know it's a kit. Sweater, though, right?
Yeah,
I'm leaning on you,
it's a
T-Bob.
sweater.
You're the one who has a couple.
I got my Panther sweater. Shout out Bilbo Baggins. Yeah. Ask the Ben, should I go to Twin Peaks wearing a really tight-fitting Hooters T-shirt I've had for about 20 years?
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
They're not a threat anymore.
I want to go just so I can hear what people say to you.
I've only been to a Twin Peaks one time, and it was with our boss, Gordy Rush, for a bowl game. I think maybe in Arizona, because my man had some trade.
Wait, hold on. Sorry, what happened? I was reading questions.
I've only been to Twin Peaks once in my life, and it was with our boss, Gordy Rush.
Oh, hell
because
yeah.
he had some trade at Twin Peaks from them advertising with us.
I've had a good time at Twin Peaks. Really cold beers, good food.
It was me, Gordy, and my boy, Eric Cookmeyer. Used to work in the equipment room.
I just think that I like, I have a real special place in my heart for the Hooters breaded wings. And I don't have any special place similarly for TP, although, again, they do have those ice cold mugs and the beers that are really good. And those scenic views.
It is funny that, like, I think Tay-Tay goes to places like this, but not for the bonk reasons. Like, I think Tay-Tay really enjoys the food.
So that is the hidden secret of all of this.
Right?
Is getting older is realizing that you're not really there for that. Sure,
So,
that's whatever.
First off, I'd go like once every 2 years. I enjoy the food at Twin Peaks. Did not enjoy the food at Hooters.
Whoa.
Okay. You need to shut the hell up.
Okay. Well, one of them's closing, T-Bob, so some
Ask the
people agree with
bench.
me.
In honor of Lynn Rollins, have you ever stroked it long and deep? I've tried.
A couple times.
I've tried, for sure.
Yeah.
I've tried.
We're all men in here.
Always trying to. Shoot for the moon.
Yeah.
Even if you miss, you land among the stars.
That's deep, pun intended.
It's like Aristotle.
What Hooters dish would you save? The wings. No.
I like the burgers. I was a burger guy.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Double cheeseburger from Hooters.
I'm not saying it's a bad burger, but it's also not a special burger.
No, nothing crazy.
Kind of how I view a superior.
I'm here for other reasons.
Sometimes I may not want to deal with a whole fajita tray or something. It's going to knock me on my ass, and I just want something a little simpler. Superior burger's fine.
Yeah.
But it's not like it's not like one.
That's Hunt's favorite thing.
Yeah, I always like their fries.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah,
They're
I
good.
like the fries.
But then again, there's nothing better than a little surf and turf fajitas. Good God. It's the best thing in the
It's
world.
gonna smell like it for the rest of the day. But that's a sacrifice that you're willing to make.
Who do you think would exactly? Or sometimes they're not, and that's when it might go like burger.
Yes.
Who would do better in the baby crawling contest, me or Taylor?
Taylor.
Yeah,
Me, because I would cheat and do whatever I had to do to win.
Nah, T-Bob, your body's a little beat up, dog.
That would be so funny.
Yeah, shoulder ain't gonna hold.
I
you.
saw a
body's a little
video
beat up.
yesterday of two women fighting, and this obese woman punched the baby of the other woman. I was like, okay, this is why Hooters is closing.
Yeah,
we are lost as a society. No, it was not at a Hooters.
Okay, I was like,
No, all right, we love you. We'll see you tomorrow. More TV.
Off the bench.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.